Well, what's good, neighborhood? We're going with a different format for today's stream. Initially the thought was, I'd get on like usual, get down to playing some stuff, but then I was gently reminded over the last few days that we're actually going to be doing something special today. We're going to be pulling back the curtain. We're going to be fashionably late, as the stream is already fashionably late by about 5 minutes today. And we are going to be discussing Gamescom 2024. It's your man, Blazing Ace Nelson, your favorite rookie. One out of three of the legendary BroTagonists, and we are back at the Double KO Arcade to discuss Gamescom 2024. Strap yourselves in, folks. You don't want to miss this. So, with that being said, I've got the stream for Gamescom up on another tab right now that I'll be, sharing and showcasing for everybody if you want to sit down and, have another watch of the event. And like I said, I am but one of three. Let's go to the character select screen and we'll show off the other players for today's podcast.
Hey.
Yo, what's up?
So, we got some familiar faces talking about some brand new stuff. Along with me is, of course, the headmaster at the School of Style. The man with nothing but suits, ties, and I wouldn't be surprised if there was that I wouldn't be surprised if there was that copy of WWE All Stars from back then still sitting split in half in his closet.
Yeah, last time I played that game, I'm pretty sure I lost to you. So it's there somewhere.
Funny enough, it's also on PS2, and I actually have that on the emulator, so we might run that at some point.
Awesome.
But we got GQ Asian dude in the building, and also, of course, making his return. Longtime friend and subscriber of the channel, the Blue Riot Bot.
Hey everyone, I'm here and with a better connection. So
yeah,
we won't have to kill time this time.
Exactly, better connection now and possibly better internet coming soon.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, I mean, as time goes on, we level up, we upgrade. And the podcasting experience has also been upgraded quite a bit, thanks to thanks to what y'all are probably seeing up in the upper right corner right now. Thanks to StreamYard, it's literally a online cloud-based, podcast type, program and service. Imagine, something like Zoom meetings or like Streamlabs, but more tailored to this kind of proceeding. I mean, I've just been tinkering around with it for like most of today so far, but it's pretty stinking cool considering what all we've been able to do thus far with it. And I'm looking forward to doing more, and also looking forward to actually, doing more of these podcasts through StreamYard, because I mean, it's easy to bring people in, so that's going to make it easier to get guests on as well. Keep your eyes peeled for that, folks. But enough of the preamble. Y'all know how we run things here at the arcade. Make sure you leave your shoes at the front door so we don't get any footprints on the tile, carpet, or cabinets. And with that said, it's Gamescom 2024, people. Let's get down to it. And yeah, we're going to want to go to that layout. There we go.
I hate it already. I'm just kidding.
No, sir. I don't like it.
Oh, it's the GameSpot stream. They're good about not adding extra crap to them.
Yeah, that's definitely the one thing that made me choose this particular stream as opposed to, like the IGN or anything else.
Oh, what? You don't want everything to look like it's 6 hours long?
The pre-game show?
No.
We got the pre-show, and then the after show and the after show, and you're like, okay, they keep it all in one stream,
right? And more sessions with Jeff Keighley fawning over Hideo Kojima.
I don't blame him, man. He's a revolutionary, but what else has he made? Aside from Metal Gear.
But let's go ahead and get right down to it. We'll be having some commentary over the course of the show, but also we might take a break or two just to sit down, talk about it, and also give ourselves a chance to take an intermission. One of the really nice parts about this one in particular, though, it ain't the comment section. It's the description.
Oh, look at that.
Ye old timestamps. That's going to come in quite handy for later. But for now, let's go ahead and get it started.
It looks like it's older Jeff from like 4 years ago.
Guten Abend, Gamescom!
Well, at least his German's on.
And hello to everyone watching around the world. This is opening night live from
That's the
beautiful
only
Cologne,
German I can
Germany.
blow for
We
this.
have our biggest live audience of fans ever here at Köln Messe. Over 5,000 people together as a community to celebrate our love of games. And of course, millions of you watching online around the world. Welcome. We have gathered for the grand kickoff to Gamescom, the world's biggest in-person video game event. And this is our 6th opening night live. Now, tonight, for the first time, we have a live sign language stream of O&L to make the show even more accessible. Thank you to Kaborski, who's signing the show right now. Thank you, Kaborski.
Let's go, Kaborski.
Now, while the game industry certainly has faced challenges this year, I know that O&L will get you excited about what's to come later this year and in 2025 and beyond. Now, over the next 2 hours, you're going to see world premieres from studios big and small, including, yes, some new game announcements you're not expecting and some surprises, so get ready. From Monster Hunter to Indiana Jones, Dune to Civilization, Call of Duty to Marvel Rivals, the most anticipated games will be on stage tonight because they wanted to be here with you guys at Gamescom. And I am so honored and grateful to have the opportunity to present these games to you.
And I announced them all just now.
Pretty much.
So
Indiana Jones and
Gamescom,
Spoilers, Jet.
Sensi Variety for the world premiere. I tried it. All right, here's our first world premiere, a brand new game announcement. This one hasn't leaked, and it's exclusive right here
This one
at
hasn't
O&L.
leaked. Great.
Gotta be Borderlands.
Probably.
I mean, what else? This 2K
Yeah,
make?
that's Borderlands.
It's not a sports game.
That Phoenix is dead giveaway.
Also, the font.
And the font, yeah. This has weird implications for the end of Borderlands 3.
You know, I never played it. That's probably why I don't understand what's happening.
You want me to tell you, kind of?
Nah, I'm good.
All right.
I was really done after pre-sequel. I was like, I'm over this game.
I really like Borderlands gameplay. Not so much the plot and the talking. But I will always love their gameplay. So I'll get this, 2 years after it releases.
Yeah, I mean, I'll still check it out, right? But hopefully, it's kind of evolved a little bit.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. That's right. Borderlands 4 is coming in 2025. Next up, October 25th marks the release of Call of Duty Black Ops 6. To debut an extended look at the campaign gameplay, please welcome John Zuck and Catherine Anderson.
Also, didn't they release
Raven
that
Software.
Tiny Tina game? That's pretty much Borderlands.
Yeah, I didn't finish that because it annoyed me.
Yeah.
That's about on pre-sequel level of writing.
Damn.
Black Ops
It was
returns
bad.
with an epic story and signature blockbuster action where players question
I
everything.
like single player
and
Call of
trust
Duty.
no one.
I'm not gonna lie, I
It
do like
features an
single player
all-new
Call of Duty.
campaign.
I'm depressed that Raven
16
Software
new
is making
multiplayer
this.
maps
I
with the
I
return
miss
of classic
Singularity
PlayStation
and
theater mode.
that
And 2
Wolfenstein
brand
game
new
they made.
zombies experiences on day 1. You'll see live
So I'm sure
MP,
this campaign will be
zombies,
really good
and Warzone
if it's
gameplay
the same
at the
people.
Call of Duty Next event on
Hey,
August
Andre.
28th.
What's
Here's
up,
to
man?
And
Hey, what's good,
starting
Andre?
on
Good to
August
see you, man.
30th, you'll be able to join the MP Open Beta to try out the brand new Omni movement system for yourself.
Okay, that's not new.
Today,
It's called
we're
Titanfall.
here representing the Raven team, who's leading the campaign in partnership with Treyarch.
The Black Ops 6 campaign is set in the early 90s, a time of global turmoil and uncertainty as the Cold War comes to an end. You're joined by legendary characters Frank Woods, the grizzled vet, and Russell Adler.
I
the
really don't
ultimate
want to be
wild
here.
card.
I'm very tired.
Together with new allies Troy Marshall and Jane Harrow,
He's on crunch
and
right now.
unbound
It's
by
not even out
normal
yet.
rules of engagement,
Yeah,
you'll
probably.
unravel a mind-bending conspiracy. In the mission we're about to show you, our rogue team has targeted a senator attending a political fundraiser in order to gain access to a top-secret black site underneath Washington, D.C.
I kind of wish the main character was 50 Cent.
This is Most Wanted.
So we're gonna show up to this fundraiser, get what we need from the senator, then grab Adler from the black site before anyone knows what's
I
happening.
thought that was Denzel's voice actor for a second, or Denzel for a
Camera
second.
actually works.
Sounded like him, yeah.
Sometimes I surprise even myself.
Let's just hope Sav and Case can get the retinal scan.
And yeah, no, Titanfall 2
Senator's
was
on
just
stage now.
downright fantastic.
Use your camera to get a better look. The senator isn't giving interviews.
Is that
tonight.
Bill Clinton?
He
That's
doesn't
Bill
know
Clinton.
anything
Yep.
about the security
Yeah.
detail.
That man was
I've
NBA
marked
Jam,
a few
dude.
leads that could
This
help
is
get you
supposed to be
closer
like
do the retinal scan.
1990s, I
Take your
think.
pick.
Oh, okay.
So I guess it's like a sequel to that. What was it? Black? Was it a Black Ops?
Cold War?
Cold War. That's what it was.
Blackmailing the senator with sex tapes. Can't beat the classics.
So it's just like they're making this into Hitman,
I've cleaned up another of your messes.
because it looks like they're showing different ways to achieve the goal.
Head of
So,
security
yeah,
for
there,
Aldrin
yeah,
Energy.
that's what it looks like.
Grisham might be our way to
That's-
McKenna.
That's either going to be really cool or fail miserably.
As long as it makes you want to play the game again, I think that's a win.
Yeah, you're right.
I modified the infrared image to highlight the capillaries in the senator's retina. It should have just enough resolution.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
Oh, they bust in there and it's already gone.
Please help. They took me during shift change.
That's an inside
Knew our
job.
schedule somehow. Started shooting.
It must be Pantheon. We can do this loud or quiet.
Okay, that's another way, right? Loud or quiet.
Yeah. I feel like this is going to be the longest
We're here to help.
showcase, because they really, really want this to do well.
The old man says you're worth it. Better be right. Sev, we got the prize.
Good. I'll get out.
Is that Adler?
We've got party crashers up here.
Yes, it's Adler,
God damn it.
You good to go?
I think.
Oh yeah, he's got the. It's Adler. When he put on those aviators, it's Adler.
Take cover.
Facts, Andre. That's why we remember Adler. That's why he's good. And Captain Price, right? And Soap.
Keep bringing him back. It's like M. Bison.
Man's gonna die by a RC toy. Oh, that sucks.
Nice work. These Pantheon guys literally sent the big guns after you, Adler. How's that feel?
Like progress.
Hit him with the C4 RC
Up
Pro
through the
Am.
service hatch. You
Yep.
two first. I'll give you a boost. You first, Adler.
That would be.
Come
I don't
on,
know if
Case.
they've done it yet because I've been out of the loop. But wouldn't it be sick if the guys from Modern Warfare met up with the Black Ops guys, like in a? I don't know if it's a shared universe or not.
Yeah, I don't
Easy,
know.
put it down. Here.
Obviously not, because there's like way too much. There's too much differentiation between them, but they could make it work. Most people wouldn't care.
Almost home free.
I feel like Black Ops and the Modern Warfare is more relatable than like the Infinite Warfare and those other ones, right?
Yeah, the future one.
Yeah, the future one, the one with Spacey in it.
The ones that top Titanfall 2, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, it is a shared world. Oh, nice.
I got you.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
I don't pay attention to COD too much, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, the Codverse.
Hope you have a plan B.
This man's glasses stayed on the whole
Same
time.
as plan A. Go up. We'll just take the scenic route. Let's get moving.
Seriously, the way all this is going down, it almost makes me wish that they would actually do like. Makes me wish they would do a game for something like Hasbro. Especially after watching Ride or Die.
Yeah. Yeah, and it'd be or if they made Bad Boys like Gears of War. You know?
Oh yeah. I feel like it'd be like I feel like Bad Boys could play like a combination of Gears of War and Tank.
What's the play?
We don't play. This place is surrounded by cops. We can't beat you.
Or
Well, the best
Army of
version
Two.
would be. Oh shit!
If we can't outrun them, we outrun them.
Just like that.
If they're gonna make a Bad Boys game, it has to be like 50 Cent Blood on the Sand. That's
Yes.
the best way to do it.
Yes.
Okay.
Anything like this before?
No. But I don't see any better options, and I'm running out of bullets.
Pantheon, 10 o'clock.
With the Blood on the Sand thing, you could also add a curse button or smash talk button. Yeah, there was a cursing button in that game.
Yeah, and what it does is it debuffs the bad guys.
Yeah.
Oh, these
Wow, this
super
looks
expensive scripted scenes are so expensive.
This looks like an extended version of Modern Warfare 2's intro, if you remember that.
Yeah.
The snow mission.
Yep. Took a callback to it. I mean, make the campaign good. I'm in. That's all I got to do.
Well, you let me know if it's good. I'm not. I don't get. Well, they did start making Call of Duty separate from the
There you go, Black
Battle
Ops 6,
Royale,
more
so they're
coming
not
at Call of Duty
insane
next.
sizes
And now
anymore.
I'm honored to introduce my co-host for
Well,
Opening Night
well,
Live.
Warzone's
You know
always
her
gonna be
from her
free.
years of hosting League of Legends esports around the world.
But now you can
Did you
just
know that she
get the
got-
game without Warzone, so it's not a crazy thing anymore.
Correct. The Team Deathmatch, TDM.
All right, so I was just like taking a quick look at like the little preview here, and I'm about ready to just skip right forward to the next section. What do you guys think?
Yeah, just
That's fine.
click on the timestamp, dude.
All right, let's get to it.
Thought
So
her
next
start
one
as
on the
a
timestamp
competitive-
should be
Oh man. Best era of video games.
Cash Grab Penitentiary.
Look at this like Half-Life 1 graphic. It's crazy.
What is this?
Why is he higher res than everybody else?
Good question.
Oh,
What the?
is that the guy from World of Warcraft?
This has got to be some kind of parody game.
That's a Skyrim joke.
Yeah. It's got to be something like Road
This is
Simulator.
where
and
where
shit.
games go to die.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that. Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly, dude.
I love the two different reses on that cop. What the heck?
The fuck? Oh,
It's gotta be Ghost.
Oh yeah.
I can't think of anything else at this
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, that's scary. What?
Oh no. Oh no.
All right.
Remastered?
Yeah.
Okay.
In my opinion, that looked like the goat of all
That's
remasters.
Okay.
That's a video game ass video game.
Okay,
No one laughed.
Well,
And
we
not
are expecting
not a
hundreds of
single
thousands
chuckle
of
was
fans
cracked
at
at her joke.
Gamescom this year in person.
That's the
But
last
if you
word.
cannot be here with
I
us,
know that
don't
feeling.
worry. You can join us
She had to
virtually
read the
by going to
teleprompter. You know
Gamescom
what?
Global,
You know that.
Yeah, I know.
Global rather, where you can explore and discover what the world's gaming industry has in store for you. And our very own Gamescom studio is here with all-day coverage of the event. So tune in to Gamescom Studios broadcast by IGN on Twitch or on YouTube. Now, we
Yeah, I'm
have
pretty
some
sure that wasn't
news
Assassin's
on
Creed
Persona
reference.
3 Reload
The
and
guy
its
running in
next
the cell.
DLC episode, I Get the Answer, coming on September 10th. It's time to reveal a surprising boss fight coming to the game.
Wait, what is
Tomorrow and all the days after it will be March 31st.
Oh, Persona.
It's like Tartarus all
Oh,
over again.
Persona 3?
There is a strong
Yeah,
connection
the
between
reload
all
one,
of
the
you
new one.
and what's
That
happening.
new
Let's just open
new-ish.
it. Then we'll know.
Okay. Wait, didn't they do a DLC already? Oh, it's the crossover with 5.
The fight Joker.
Who is it after us? Persona!
Here it comes.
Oh, so they're bringing in Joker as a freaking boss fight,
It's not KOF, dude. You can't do that.
right?
Full Joker fun there. All right.
Like, look, this
Next
ain't
up, we have
KOF
another
99.
new
We ain't
game
supposed to be-
announcement for you
we're supposed
right
to be
here,
squaring up with KO at the end of the
exclusively
game.
at Gamescom opening night live.
The tracks lead this way.
Oh, Techland.
Killing Floor?
No, they make Dying Light, so this might be a Dying Light game?
Close.
A new one already?
Stay here. Stand
Hopefully it's
guard.
not one of those asymmetrical games.
That might be it.
On me.
Find out.
Bloody hell. Contact!
Contact, all right.
Every man has an animal within. If you push too much, you might unleash the beast.
Yep, Dying Light.
3? A remaster? I never played this game. Is it good?
What, Dying Light?
Yeah.
Yeah. The first one was, I'll say this, the stories aren't anything to write home about, but
Yeah.
the gameplay's fun.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was aiming for.
It's
Gameplay.
parkour with zombies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Open world, right? I'm assuming.
There
Yes.
you go. Kyle Crane is back
Hard to
in
go
a
wrong
new
with that.
zombie adventure
Yeah.
set in the Dying Light world with 20 hours of gameplay, a new open world region, and more in Dying Light: The Beast. Next, today marks the launch for the most wishlisted game right now on Steam, and also, last I checked, the biggest single-player game ever on Steam with over 2 million concurrent players today.
Oh, Black
Myth Wukong from Game Science in China, which is also out on the PlayStation 5. And right now, we've got
Return
the
to
reveal
Monkey.
of the launch trailer for you.
You know, you know what pains me a lot, guys, is when people are like, "Hey, is this game inspired with Dragon Ball?" Oh
God.
man, it hurts my balls when I hear that all the time on the internet.
It takes everything within me just.
We've gone full circle.
I think what's something funny about that 2 million number is they have more people on like the Chinese. They have their own Chinese platform. It's like We Buy or some shit, and I guarantee you that's where most of the sales are. That probably has like 10 million itself.
Oh, and also apparently there were a good number of like offices and workplaces in China that are giving people vacations so that they can take time off to play this.
That doesn't surprise me. This is kind of like I kind of want to talk about that because, like, I don't know if you know the cultural importance of Wukong.
Journey to the West is a very, very prolific.
It's their like legendary story.
It's a big thing in China. It's like there's nothing to compare it to in our culture. It would be like if Jesus and like American folklore and other shit were all combined.
Right.
And you made a game about that. Yeah.
Paul Bunyan combined forces.
So
yeah.
like League of Extraordinary Gentlemen type.
I love that they put Dragon Ball right next to it.
Yeah. Look at this Wukong game. I'm just curious how this is going to play different than Xenoverse.
Well, I think it's supposed to be like Budokai Tenkaichi. That's what it's supposed to be. Also, I'm going to be honest. Goku's voice always in Japanese weirds me out.
Well, yeah, it's an old lady. That's why.
Yeah, I know.
You like characters? We got characters.
We got more than Goku.
Right?
Yeah,
6 characters early unlocked.
Yeah, that's the same character, bro.
Oh.
Come on.
Welcome back to Gamescom Opening Night Live here in beautiful Wargok.
Who's ready to roll? Live from the Construct Coliseum, it's time for everyone's favorite game, King of Meat!
What?
Joined recently kidnapped celebrity guest contender Jeff Keighley at the starting
Go
line.
on.
Starting line?
And that battle cry proves
fuck him
how
up.
Jeff is to every project. Let's check the Soch with our sideline reporter.
This dungeon is throwing everything at these contenders, but the JK machine is leading the way to the finish line, and the chat is blowing.
What is all this? Death traps, unapproved nicknames, and a giant horse trying to hoof me?
An eloquent and marketing-friendly description of the game, not to mention a perfectly timed transition to the world premiere trailer for King of Meat.
Ready for action? Ready for
mayhem?
Oh.
Cypress Hill? No, House of Pain.
Challenges from the most.
Oh, it's one of these like dungeon creator things. I've been noticing these becoming popular.
It's like a nightmare in dungeon form.
Okay, suddenly I want to go back and play Tecmo's Deception.
Yeah.
Thank you, GameSpot.
It's self-aware. I love it.
No, I'm pretty sure that's a GameSpot thing.
Yeah. Well, they're self-aware also then.
Yeah. I think that was insane in the membrane.
That would do it.
I was hearing that beat, and I was like, that starts sounding like that.
King of Meat.
Okay.
Quite the name.
Still
Gotta
got
be
it,
free to play.
Keely.
Gotta
Still
be free to
got
play.
Okay.
Welcome back to Opening Night Live for real this time, and that was the announcement of King of Meat, an online co-op
did they use
spectacle for
Jeff's
1 to
voice
4
for that, or
players
no?
from Glowmade, Guildford, England, and Amazon Games for console
would be
and
funny if they
PC.
did it.
And you can sign up at kingofmeat.com for future playtests. Now, one of the things I absolutely love about making these shows is that we get to introduce you to brand new games and teams like this one. to reveal their first game from their new studio, FuzzyBot. Please welcome Tatania Dislova and Max Spielberg. Hello?
All link? Is that what it says?
Max? Guys, welcome to ONL. I'm very excited to share this game with the world. Can you tell us a little bit about your studio, first of all?
Yeah, well, first off, it's totally surreal to be here right now.
Looks
We
like,
started the studio back in 2020.
Ben 10
the
and
majority
Mega
of us
Man
had,
Network
come
combined.
from AAA side of the industry, and at the time, we were just thrilled to have our own game, our own IP, and we could never expect being on this stage tonight at the end of that run.
The vision for our studio started with the idea of dreaming big and building smart.
It's either O-linked or just linked. I don't.
Even early on felt very unique and full of heart, and this helped us
They put that
together
thing
very
at the
passionate
beginning. I don't.
developers.
I think it's just linked.
Through their skill,
That's how you know
dedication,
it's
and
not a
true
great
love for the
design
game that
if
we're
they're
able to be here
trying to
tonight,
figure it
going way beyond where we thought.
I think
we'd
it's just
be.
linked.
Well, I got to play
Yeah.
this a few months ago with you guys. I had a ton of fun. Tell us a bit about your game, Linked.
Yeah, so our debut
Okay, so
game
it's just
is called Linked Banner of the Spark.
It
It's a
could be
co-op
Thunderbolt
action hack
Asterisk.
with a bit of roguelite and town building elements.
Just still
And so we
laugh
blended
about
the
that.
ideas together to create this
This
cozy
is not
yet
just
highly kinetic
written
action
out.
game.
That's in the
Players can
actual
brawl, build,
trailer
and
itself.
befriend,
Asterisk
crew
is
of
in the
adorable
trailer.
robots. In it, it's the year 3000, and you're going to take on the role as one of the last remaining humans on planet Earth. Allying with a friendly bot faction, you're going to aim to
Yes,
take
read
down
that teleprompter.
hell-bent on organic destruction.
Hey, he's trying his
Players
best,
can play
man.
alone or with friends in this
He looks
vibrant world.
nervous.
I'd be like
yeah.
him too.
Or a simpler way that I
I
like
like
to
this
describe
over like someone like
is
you know
you go
Todd
around
Howard
evil
or
robots and then
um,
collect their body parts,
Peter Molyneux, who talks
sustainable
so
account of their
sweetly.
dreams while
You don't
saving
know how they're
We
bullshitting.
are
You know?
incredibly proud
Yeah, because
finally
they're corporate
reveal
dudes,
the
you know?
delightful world
Yeah.
of Banner of the Spark. And we hope the players get as much joy
They're
out of playing
just
it as we
nervous.
have building it.
Well, we're very excited to show it to the world for the first time. Let's take a look at the world premiere reveal trailer. Thanks, guys.
Mega Man Network. It's the color palette. What is this?
3D brawler roguelike,
Like Hades?
I guess, kind of.
Oh yeah, does look like the guy from Hi-Fi Rush from a different perspective.
It kind of does, yeah.
Oh, Scorpion.
Yeah, I mean, like just seeing the character design that they had up on the stage, it gave me that sort of Generator Rex vibe.
Yeah.
This looks
that's
very
so
like
cool. That's insane.
mid 2000 like animation, you know, like the when you watching cartoons.
Yeah.
I mean, this looks like a modern day reboot. Remember Reboot?
I'm right there with you, Dio. Like, probably one of the best things about Fighters is that it does have its own original story compared to, Budokai and basically revisiting the anime. I mean, to be fair, there's a lot to revisit. Oh, there's a fishing.
Oh,
all right,
cool.
let's
Sold.
go.
Fishing mode. Okay, okay. From that trailer, what
Well,
kind
I
of game
think
is
we
it?
can all agree on this fact.
You know?
Fishing makes every video game better. Now, one of the things that I love about Gamescom is that it is a
So yeah, just real quick, like trying to figure out what kind of we saw the trailer, we saw the character, we saw a close up of one of the characters, but the question still remains like what kind of game is Linked? Like
I think it's like what I said, a over the top 3D brawler like Hades, but they have a different system in place. Instead of like grabbing a single weapon, they have multiple weapons throughout. I could be wrong on that, but that's what it looked like to me. Something more similar to
Nope. Still there?
I'm here. Just
Okay.
trying to think of a game. It's hard to do that off the top of my head.
I was gonna say that. I mean, from pure gameplay, isometrical action, and then when you hit them, numbers pop out. I was gonna say something along the lines of like its own very own Diablo, right? The thing that I can't 100% guess on that is I didn't see the inventory system. That usually kind of it's a big reflection if it's a Diablo-ish game or not. The reason why I'm not really sold that if it's a 100% brawler is because it has like game of quality of life stuff like fishing and stuff like that. So it may be a live service. It may be when they shove stuff like that in games. It's just like they like to
I don't
give
think it's
you
a live service. I think it's a roguelike. That's what I said.
yeah. I mean, I guess when I say live service, like it has to be played online, right? That's how
Yeah.
it gives it. And so that's the worrisome part of that, right? But as far as what kind of game it is, trailers like that always make me wonder because if I'm gonna spend $40 on a game like that, like, and I don't even know what kind of game it is, it's hard for me to get excited for it.
That's $40. Jesus.
Well, I'm assuming it's 40 because it's usually going around like that for that kind of game. It might be more actually. You never know.
They don't have a price up yet.
If it goes to console, it's got to be at least $40.
Let's see. They call themselves a team up brawl and build in this co-op action game that blends hack and slash combat with roguelite inspired missions. And town building progression that goes beyond the run.
There's the hook, the town building. That's what I was thinking about. Like,
okay. And they have unlock upgrade gear, rescue allies, lead the resistance, blah blah blah. Okay, that's kind of what it seems to be. It's like a town builder and a kind of what we said, a roguelite with more varied weapons, I guess.
What it sounds like is that it needs to be free. You're giving me like certain things of a free mobile game, pretty much.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we will see, but it looks like a lot. It looks like everything that we had guessed at so far, at the very least, like ties into it, but ain't quite there.
Yeah, it's gonna launch in early access, so who knows?
Yeah, I mean, as a consumer though, like that I think that's the thing that worries me is that they're not very transparent on the type of game it is because I think they just want you to learn more about it instead of just being like to write it off. Imagine if they gave us 100% of it and we just like, I don't like games like that. So we're not.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's a winner. It's a I guess balances out.
All right. Let's go ahead and move on to this next one.
Oh, is this that like record?
It looked
game.
Just from the way
I'm glad,
just from the
but
way the
slightly
visuals
surprised
were
that you
laid
showed up
out,
tonight.
it
When I
really
saw your
had
text,
a Life is
all
Strange
these
feel.
memories
And
came
then
flooding back.
That's what I was gonna say. Life is Strange vibes.
She actually showed. Welcome!
I remembered Nora, her energy.
Shit! Where's my fucking pick? The dark one's her favorite.
I remembered you.
Nice one, Autumn.
This is a day
You
one
were
for
the
Ace. I know it is.
Skateboard's wisdom. Never land on your wrist. I want to see you
If
skateboard,
Don't
Autumn.
Nod was involved, you want to know what it would have been a day one? Remember,
You know what? Don't Nod has been diversifying their portfolio.
This is serious. We're gonna need a real band name.
It's like rock climbing.
How
It's
about
great.
Bloom and Rage.
Bloom and Rage.
How could I forget? Guys.
Oh yeah, this is Stranger Things stuff.
Life is Stranger.
Last week, my mom found a package on her
A little bit of
doorstep.
both, right?
Wait.
Got like modern day Goonies vibes.
Are we in trouble?
You'll excuse me if today's sermon is a little different, but today
Oh, it's a zombie game.
is a normal Sunday.
I can't believe they're still on that train.
I wanted to tell you all we failed in our duty
Is this No Room in Hell?
Probably. Hey, look, zombies are simple enemies. I don't blame developers for wanting to keep them alive.
I think it is No Room in Hell. I heard this started off as a mod.
Well, the first No More Room in Hell was a mod. This is No More Room in Hell 2. So it's kind of like
Oh, it is, yeah. Cool.
Preparing Squared or 2 or whatever you want to call it. The first one was a mod. The
That
one
game
that
looks
released as
great.
its
It's
own game.
a new look at the
It was so
8-player
popular,
co-op
they
of
made it
No
its own
More
game.
Room in Hell 2.
Pretty
from
much.
Torn Banner up in Canada, where there are deadly consequences of not sticking close to your teammates, and I cannot wait to check that one out. All right, our next game, it's been a long time coming for this next one. At the Game Awards in 2021, Embark Studios revealed Arc Raiders, a game that immediately struck a chord with players around the globe. A stunning future Earth where menacing Arc
I don't
machines
remember this
threaten
game.
humanity's attempts to rebuild. Well, Arc Raiders has evolved a lot since then, and now it's finally time for some news on what's next for this exciting action survival shooter.
Action survival shooter.
Here's the most generic terms.
Action survival shooter.
You've told us nothing of this place.
So like DayZ.
Oh, I recognize that helmet. Okay, I know what this is, I think. It's like the enemies are robots, I think. Or machines.
Raiders. Playing with fire.
So it's Terminator. But not Terminator.
Everything to lose.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
God, are they turning it into an extractor shooter?
Oh yeah, I saw the trailer for this, but they had no gameplay on it.
Yeah, the first one had no gameplay.
That does look like they said action survival shooter.
Let me check. I'll look. I have Steam open. I can check. What the fuck is that?
What in the baby shark?
It's an extraction.
Oh, is this Infinite Nikki or whatever it is?
Yes, it is. I figured
Actually,
that.
this game looks kind of cool, in my opinion.
I figured that from them saying Nikki all the time.
Yeah, it is the Mario Odyssey game.
The one person I knew who would like this was excited for this. You remember Martyr, Ace?
Mm-hmm.
She's excited for this.
What doesn't surprise
Yeah, this is her shit. She played the previous game.
Horrible shit.
This is crazy, though. Think about what's happening right now.
It is. This, like I said, this will excite a very specific person, and I know that person.
Right.
Immediately, I'm like, is there co-op? Can one of you be the cat?
Okay, just from how Alice in Wonderland style road trip this looks, it's got my attention.
Like I'm saying, for its own thing, it's good, right? Now imagine if they slap like Tomb Raider on that. It'd be so fucking weird.
Oh, Warhammer.
I pre-ordered this game.
Space Marine 2?
I'm excited.
There's a lot of shit coming out next month.
Oh yeah.
God.
The Visions of Mana and the Dragon and Warrior remasters coming out also.
Well, and then you got God of War release for PC. You got the Final Fantasy 16 PC release. There's just so much shit coming out next month.
I'm excited for this because I just like that kind of game.
Yeah. Omega. Yeah. What is this?
Oh my god, what is this?
Is it Paragon?
Nah. Oh yeah, it is Paragon. I remember that big guy.
Didn't that dude die?
Yeah, it was. Wasn't it Epic Games?
Yeah, it was Epic Games.
I mean, it was cool.
Become a paragon.
But it like didn't have the player base, so it died. I don't know what the fuck.
Like I said, it's one of those games that like was released before its time. You know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is 100% Paragon. Yeah, that guy in the big guy in the orange. That's the guy in Paragon.
I mean, I played it a little bit a while back. It was fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it for what it was. I mean, it's like Smite, right? Pretty much.
Yeah.
But you gotta like the art style.
You do. I guess this is going to be competing with Deadlock, predecessor. I guess that's what they're calling it now.
Oh yeah.
All right.
So maybe Omega took it over and then brought it back.
Like
What
bought
you
it
saw
from
right
Epic
there
and
was
then
predecessor,
okay.
a MOBA shooter built by an indie team from the ashes of Epic Games' Paragon. If
There you
remember
go.
That one,
There we go.
1.0 free-to-play release tonight. Next
Ooh,
up,
free to
Path
play?
of
I
Exile
like that.
2 from Grinding
free to
Gear
play, but it's
Games.
already
It is nearing release. And tonight, yes, we do have news on the early access date. Check this out.
My
Be
son,
excited for the
are
broken
you
version.
clear of mind and stout of heart?
I am.
Are you ready to sacrifice? Sacrifice everything to become the savior?
I will.
Do you have the strength to sweep aside this world and build it anew?
I must.
Okay, so I was about to say early access cinematic. Where's the gameplay at?
What is this? I was
I
about to
mean-
say Diablo 4, but this doesn't look like Diablo.
Yeah, this is Path of Exile, but I'm like,
Oh.
man, if I wasn't, if I didn't know anything about what was being on the screen, I would have immediately gone to like, is this another Dark Souls clone?
Yeah. I never played Path of Exile. I guess I need to.
Yeah, it's made by the OG team of Diablo 2.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I heard it's really good.
Your
It's
destiny.
really good for what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
This is technically the Diablo 3 they wanted to make.
Aha.
Because
That makes sense.
Yeah, because notice how Diablo 3 was so different.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, it was weird.
I'm ready.
Happy birthday.
Well, that looks absolutely great. Can't wait for that one. And now, Gamescom is known for the cosplay. The vision and dedication cosplayers put into their craft is an inspiration to us all. And to see these amazing cosplayers,
Space Marine
you can
2
tune
leaked
into the
early?
Gamescom Cosplay Awards on Saturday, August 24th at 5 p.m. And if you're into indie games, who isn't, you can watch the best indies of Gamescom in our Gamescom Awesome Indie Show tomorrow
Yeah,
at
the whole
8
game
p.m.
got
on
leaked,
Twitch and YouTube. Enjoy exclusive
online.
announcements and interviews,
People
all
have been
packed
kind
into
of
an exciting one-hour show
Nice to the
hosted
devs
by
and not,
Shay Thompson.
brought it to the
Plus,
front.
the
or anything.
Gamescom event arena, that is
So-
where I am standing right now, and all of you are. It is the biggest and most elaborate stage at Gamescom featuring
happened like
not
a
only
month ago,
opening
I
night
think.
live, but additional live shows featuring creators, gaming events, and esports competitions
I've
that
been
you can
actively
watch
trying to
either in
avoid
person
anything
or
aside
by
from like
tuning in
feature
online.
videos on it.
Now, up
Yeah.
next is a first look at the gameplay of June Awakening, the open world survival MMO, and
Oh, cool.
news
The
on
Doom
when it's
game.
going to be released.
I'm gonna be real. A
There
survival
is
game
another
in
path
June
for you.
does not sound fun. You like the desert?
It sounds stressful.
Awaken.
It's either gonna be boring or hard as shit.
I mean, there's a lot of action for a survival game.
Yeah.
You begin as a nameless prisoner. Sculpt your appearance, choose your background, and then crash into the planet. You are abandoned and alone.
Hey, any land crash you can
Hunted
walk
by
away from it. It's called a landing.
Exactly.
Scorched by the unforgiving sun. Ravaged by sunstroke. Stick to the shade. Chase the moving shadows. Survive.
Shade mechanics?
Welcome to Arrakis, the most dangerous planet in the
It
universe.
feels like something that'll be important at the beginning, and then people will find a way to break it.
In the vast
once you get
online
close.
world.
Yeah.
Befriend or betray those you meet. Form a wary alliance. In this case, a spit dart rifle and a still suit for your help taking down territorial deserters. Working with others will always increase your chance of staying alive. The deserter base. Climb to a vantage point.
I honestly don't
And
get the
prepare for
hype behind
violence.
survival games.
Your choice of weapons and
It's like
abilities
a-
determines your strategy.
I think of it as a cozy game with
Sword
extra
bosses
steps.
lead the charge.
Yeah.
Literally.
I guess it's just not my key.
Ranged attacks with a
Yeah,
shield.
my girlfriend loves
Take them out.
like these
One
survival
by
games. And I
one.
was like, there's
Deploy
really
Hunter
no
Seeker
end
and
game
kill
to it
from the
until you
shadows.
just build everything.
Take what you can from the fallen. On Arrakis,
But you know,
nothing of
that's her.
value
That's her
is
jam.
wasted.
Like, she loves art.
Mine,
You know.
harvest,
Wait, are they
and
using
gather
guns?
with your group to build bases and unlock more
Well,
advanced equipment,
that'll
like
make
the blood
sense.
purifier.
'Cause I know
Refine
how
the blood you
works.
collected from your enemies to extract drinkable water.
Water's a resource.
Craft improved equipment using fabricators.
Oh,
Replicate your bases in new locations with the blueprint system, and then sell blueprints of your architectural wonders to other players. Lead your group to become a guild. On
What's
Arrakis,
the
a nameless prisoner
underwater
can
survival
rise,
game that's popular?
construct an ornithopter,
Subnautica in the
and
desert.
take to the air.
Yeah.
The world is
Sandnautica.
yours to claim.
Sandnautica, there we go.
I mean, if you love Dune, you're gonna love this game.
Yeah.
The in-game radio provides insight into key events happening across Arrakis. Map the desert.
I don't think it's an MMO. I think it's just a
Discover
survival.
landmarks, wrecked ships, and desert testing stations filled with forgotten technology.
There's gonna be PvP. There's gonna be factions. I'm sure. Like
Arrakis is
that's
a
how
vast
the
You can explore unique locations,
you're gonna sustain
uncover
the game.
valuable resources, and search for secrets amongst the shifting dunes.
That has to be like end game stuff when you
And
get
then
a airship.
Yeah.
return to civilization triumphant with what you found. Harko village throngs with people, spice traders, guild bankers, smugglers, house envoys, and of course, other players.
They are trying to
Here,
they
you'll
are trying
pledge
to build
allegiance
this
to
into
one of the
something like
great
Star Wars
houses of
Galaxy.
June.
I mean,
Yeah.
pretty much.
The Harkonnen.
That's the vibe I got. Like honestly, I'm looking at this as like
But
as somebody
remember,
that knows nothing
to
about
play
Dune.
politics,
Is it attractive
you
to
need
me?
power.
Do I want to play
And
it?
on
you know?
Arrakis, spice is power. In the deep desert beyond the shield wall, hundreds of players scour the landscape, hunting for spice. Every spice blow has the potential to become a heated battle.
Pretty cool.
With multiple guilds vying for the precious melange.
Melange.
Even when it looks like defeat is inevitable. Those who understand desert
Can you imagine
power
being the freaking prick that does that? Runs into a middle of a fight, drops the tremor thing so the worms can show up and run away. Yeah, like that. Just do that, troll people. Props to that trailer though. That's how I like trailers to be. Explains the game.
Yeah.
Well, you can't have a June game without the sandworms, and the sandworm summoning begins when June.
It explains the game.
Yeah.
And it actually uses a combination of actual gameplay, in-game footage along with, various cinematics using what looks like, just the base default character, but it gets the point across.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they showed the building, the exploration,
Mhm.
like the scaling, the shade mechanics is what they call it. So it's a little bit of everything, and I think that's what's good about that trailer.
Yeah, it didn't spoil much of anything about the game itself.
Yeah.
but it was enough for like, it was enough to actually get people interested. Like,
Yeah, what's in this thing?
what's
You know?
what's in this thing? And just knowing, going back to that trailer, checking out, revisiting the mechanics that they talk about. It's like, okay, now we have an in as to actually what we can do once we pick up and start playing. All that's left is just learning the controls, and then we can get down to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of Dune, but I kind of want to play that game just because of stuff that's in it.
I'll probably not get it. Like I said, I'm not a big Survivor game. It looks interesting, but not like I know what I'll do. I'll play it for like 30 minutes and realize, oh yeah, I don't like these anymore. I don't like these.
Exactly, and that's the best part about it, though. For those of us that even aren't like really into Dune or looking to get into any games like that,
at least know what it is.
Yeah, at least know what it is and what it does.
Yep, a well-informed consumer.
Exactly, inform the consumer. So, Dune Awakening at least gets points for that.
100%.
Awakening drops on PC early 2025.
PC
so the wait
only.
is not that long. And now here is a reveal of a new game from Tarsier Studios, the creators of Little Nightmares 1 and 2.
Oh, so that's what they're making, because they're not making Little Nightmares 3.
Oh, different team?
Supermassive are making Little Nightmares 3. The people who make Until Dawn.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know what happened, but that's what's going on there.
Probably lost the license.
Something. Maybe had an argument with the publisher.
Yeah, AKA Bandai.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of the games I call world building games. So cool.
Okay.
Love it.
It looks like a Little Nightmares game.
Yep. Oh, the guy in the trike. Oh man. By Tim Burton.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's creepy enough.
You were dead.
Reanimal. I'll probably get it.
I hate that title, but it's great.
Yeah, I don't like the title, but I like those games, so.
Yeah.
That was cool. Reanimal, the next big entry in the cozy game genre. Now, would you like to discover the secret contents of Gamescom and receive cool rewards? Well, meet Epic.
That's not a cozy game. What
on
the
our
hell?
website RPG Gamescom Epics. Prove your nerd know-how, solve tricky puzzles, win prizes, gather trading cards, digital trading, and jump from level to level until the final boss spawns. Scan the QR code below and the adventure can begin. Now, in its fourth year as an evolving open-world adventure, today Genshin Impact is unveiling more
Yeah, we
about
need people to understand
Nation of
genres.
Nutland,
Yeah, I hope so.
which will be released on August 28th.
That-
And we also have some news about when the game will be
Genshin Impact players are giving Call of Duty players a run for their money for worst boycotters of all time. Oh, God.
Or they're just the loudest, but they're also like a very small percentage.
They had a thing where they're like, you can still play the game, just don't spend any money. And I'm like, that's not going to work. All the company cares about is playtime, and they do want people to spend money, but if you don't spend money, that's still fine because you're helping the people who do spend money. I guess this is supposed to be like Latin America, maybe like Brazil or some shit.
No, it's supposed to be like some tribes, some in New Zealand, and they're supposed to be really tan or something. And they're like, oh, they're white. So, I mean,
The only reason I think like Brazil is they have like all the like graffiti stuff.
Gotcha.
That might just be general South America.
For the Lord of the Night.
Catch an epic wave!
I do not like the character design of Genshin Impact.
Everyone, not a anime man.
I love anime, but they all have like the same skeleton, so everyone looks like the same skinny twink.
I mean,
even the women.
Wrong. You're not wrong.
And so that's why I don't like it.
That's fair.
There you go, Genshin Impact, and also coming to Xbox later this year, as we saw.
I guess we're also going to
Now
get
it's
the
time
other
to
two
head
games
into the
for over
wilds of Monster Hunter, which is playable for
get
fans for the
everybody.
first time here at Gamescom. Capcom has an incredible booth. But now, to tell us more and show us more, please welcome to the Gamescom ONL stage, Ryozo Tujimoto from Capcom. Ryozo-san.
Hey, Rio, whatever your name is, I can't finish that full name.
Yep, just making friends with all the producers.
I'm assuming this is Monster Hunter Wilds.
Yep.
All right.
ドイツの皆様、配信をご覧の皆さん、こんにちは。今日は、モンスターハンターワイルズの最新の映像を持ってきました。まずは、この、時間を作っていただきましたジェフさん、本当にありがとうございます。
Let's get the closed captions.
Hello to all of my friends in Germany and to the millions watching around the globe. I'm really thankful that Jeff has invited me to the opening night live stage so I can share a new Monster Hunter Wilds trailer with everyone.
今日のですね、今回ですね、ゲームズコンでは、初のプレイヤブル出展も行っています。今後ですね、世界の、いろんなさまざまな地域で、このようなプレイヤブルの出展も、考えていますので、そちらも期待していただけたらと思います。それでは最新の映像をご覧ください。
Before we debut the trailer, I just want to express how excited I am to kick off our season of Monster Hunter Wilds hands-on demos starting at Gamescom. Now, let's take a look at the latest trailer.
I haven't looked at I haven't looked at any of the info on Monster Hunter, but I am pretty excited about it.
My word. Is this a Lollabarina floret? We must be near its nest.
Oh, they decided to go with a bug.
Oh no.
They said they hated making bug monsters. Yo, what the hell? This is like flower spider.
Like ballerina shit.
Oh my god, I thought that was was that monkey?
It looks like they brought back
the bear, right?
Looks like they brought back the allies and the the co-op hunters from.
We could do a lot worse for an interim camp.
Ooh, look at the tarp.
Once your business here is concluded, you
That's
should
not
find
Grandmaster
shelter.
Chef.
The sands come alive this time of year.
I want Grandma Pelican back.
Yanni Callie?
From the look of it, that must be this region's apex predator.
Is that the flagship monster?
Guild permission granted. Begin the hunt.
Understood.
Okay. So we got Flower Spider and Thor Magawa.
What's that alligator? Whoa. All right.
Okay.
Cool. Wow, good.
Yeah.
So tasty.
Oh, they brought it back. Yes.
Danger
Capcom said, "Let me cook."
lies at every turn.
Oh, what?
Treasure.
Are they still trying to the ice pick an iconic weapon?
I wouldn't have expected this as a partnership.
Everything lost is meant to be found.
I guess I'm not surprised. I mean, Maximilian's in Naraka.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yes.
I knew this was here.
Want a little taste of Shiranui fire?
Oh, she looks so good.
Yeah.
When does this come out?
April 24th.
Okay.
Well, we got some time then.
Yeah, we got a ways. There's still a lot of characters to release. Though.
8 months. All right.
Classic.
Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves.
I kind of want to see a Tekken character in,
Cool.
in Fatal Fury.
Yes.
Escort reactor core and upgrade Bunker City's power facilities.
Bro, is this Mecha Break? I love Mecha
I think so.
Did you get a chance to play this, Ace?
I did not.
I didn't get a chance.
I want to.
I saw everyone playing it online. I was like, how do I get into that? I want to try it.
The only betas we can get are Concord, unfortunately.
The one that no one wants to play. Oh, it's so cool. This is right up my wheelhouse. That's nuts. And here's the best part about this, Ace. I think it's like, imagine this game comes out and they start doing collabs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gundam, Zone of the Enders.
Gundam, Zone of the Enders, Armored Core,
Exactly.
Xenogears.
Yep.
That was a new look at Mecha Break, the multiplayer next game. Okay,
I think I would
we have
legitimately lose
something
my shit if
exciting
Paul
for
Tall
fans
wound
of
up
Monument
appearing in
Valley, the beautiful twisted
Mecha
puzzle
Break.
game that we all
Like,
played
that
about
would-
a
that would
decade
be the
ago
thing that we get.
when it was first released in 2014. Well, tonight
see it.
we are
That's
revealing
very cool.
Monument Valley 3 coming later this year from us two
I don't know what
London
this
and
game is.
Netflix games. I played this. It is
I think
an
it's,
absolutely beautiful, stunning game, and we've got your first look right
It's
now.
a city builder with like a tower defense, I think.
You were
Nope.
wrong.
I am 100% wrong.
That's a puzzle game.
This is
I've seen this before. I didn't know what it was called.
This is what do you call this? This is an Escher painting.
Yeah.
Breaks your brain. Plus waifus, indeed.
Oh yeah, in Mecha Break.
Yeah.
This looks like one of those like games that's made to be put on phones so that people who cope about phone games being real art can say, "Look at this. This is good."
You guys remember the studio Pixel Junk? They made Pixel
Yes.
Junk Monsters, Pixel Junk Eden, I think. This reminds me of Pixel Junk, like the art style. That looks like a mobile game.
Monument Valley 3 drops exclusively on Netflix December 10th,
Netflix.
2024. Now,
Okay.
first released in 1991, Civilization is one of the gaming industry's
Oh, it's for
biggest
me.
franchises. And here at Gamescom, we are revealing the
I
gameplay
saw
of
some news about
Civilization
this
7
that I'm
for the
not sure
first
how to feel
time.
about.
To tell us more, please welcome Ed Beach from Firaxis Games.
So is it Fire Axis or Fur Axis?
I think it's. I thought it was Fur Axis.
Thank you, Shocks. Thank you,
Also-
Gamescom.
also, Sid Meier's is still
Hard
alive,
to
just letting you
believe that it's been almost
Yeah, I know
8
that
years
we
since
found that out.
released
Yeah,
our
last
last
week.
Civilization game. So we're incredibly honored to be here tonight at Gamescom talking about Civilization 7. Civ 7.
Woo. They're excited. More collabs than the other games.
Civ 7 is by far the biggest,
Well,
most
it's
ambitious
Germany. Germany
game
loves their
Firaxis has
simulators.
ever made.
True. That's true.
Everything from its new gameplay features
They're
to
funding
its gorgeous
like,
new
Star
art
Trek.
style is designed to immerse you in your
that sounds
own
about
journey through history. Please join us after opening night live on the Firaxis Game Twitch channel for our official gameplay
Firaxis,
showcase,
okay.
where we'll deep dive into what's new in Civ 7 and finally reveal our new in-game narrator.
That's
On behalf of
feature?
the team at Firaxis Games who has worked so hard on this game, I'm so excited to finally give the world its first look at Sid Meier's Civilization 7. Please enjoy.
Civilization was the game that was created during a time when we were just discovering what games could be.
I remember.
And
I
said,
literally
let's
remember
put the
playing
entire
Civ
history of
1
the
back in
world
elementary.
into a game and make it
There
fun.
were those kids. I'm still playing Populous.
Oh.
None of that fancy
No.
Civilization.
Like, seriously, I would muted for copyright, huh? But like, real talk, I would be like, I'd be sitting in class, all our work's done for the day, and our teacher didn't have anything else for us to do, so he'd fire up a couple of the computers, and the kids that wound up doing the best on like the assignment, usually wound up getting first crack at the computers. And
Hell yeah.
I would get on and I'd either play Civ or fucking Battle Chess.
Yeah, Battle Chess. I remember that. I think I'm the only one that plays Civ in here, right? Nobody else plays Civ.
I played Civ 4 a long time ago, and that's about it.
Yeah, I played Civ 6. I mean, I played 3, and then I skipped a bunch of it because life happened. And I did Revolution, which is like the Civ Lite, pretty much, and it was like very streamlined. Super fun, and actually, a lot of people that didn't play Civ liked the game because it was very easy to understand. From what I've read about this one, because I'm a Civ fan, is that they're trying to make it more like that without going in the wrong direction. They're like trying to make it more accessible for everybody to play, because Civ has a lot of like small details that makes it complicated, and people get intimidated by all the data. So I think they're trying to make it that way. So hopefully they go.
Ever since we first reached for the stars.
I think the scariest strategy game I ever launched was Europe Universalis. I launched that, looked at it for 3 minutes, and said, "Nope, I can't understand this. I'm an idiot."
That was like me when I first played Ultima. What is this?
I don't know what it is. It looks like an astronaut game.
About a car?
I don't know what it is.
Seems to be the selling feature.
I guess.
I'm thinking this is either No Man's Sky or Starfield.
You're right.
It might be
I
Starfield.
think it's Starfield.
It looks like Starfield.
DLC for Starfield. Now with a dune buggy.
Hey, why not?
Right?
Was that a volleyball net?
Yep. In space.
Okay.
Velocity at unsafe
Also at the same
levels.
time, I was like, is this DLC for Death Stranding? That's what I thought too.
The Rev 8 has landed.
Oh, free update immediately added to Starfield as a. Okay.
Plus that.
I'll get Starfield when it's I can get it for $20.
Right.
And everything's already out.
Yeah. There's 2 bits of Starfield news for you and a confirmation of the expansion Shattered Space that is coming out on September 30th. Now it's time for an exclusive update on Marvel Rivals, the upcoming hero shooter from
I don't know. I
Games
didn't play
and
it.
Marvel Games. Tonight at ONL, we're revealing 2 new heroes who are joining the game with a first look at their gameplay.
So this game coming out with Concord is really bad for Concord.
Yeah.
God, Concord is so fucked, man.
Wakanda found a new
Because this game looks cool.
It does.
And I think it's free.
It is. And they announced that you'll get all the heroes for free. They're going to be only charging for cosmetics and shit.
That's rough. Oh, there's Ace character right there.
Oh, Cap.
There's my dude.
So I guess it's Cap and Winter Soldier.
Oh, he's so cool. Oh, he's so cool.
Okay, yeah, Winter Soldier.
I can see Ace playing this. Cap main.
Stick around. Armed and
I might. I very well might.
I mean, it's free. We can try it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yo, that's busted. What's he doing? Oh, that's so cool.
You know how fucked Concord is? Yesterday, when it was its official launch date, the first thing I saw was fan art of Deadlock, a game that was technically not a real thing.
And yo, why is dude looking so picked up?
You gotta give him the fur collar, bro. That's how you
Right?
make him, that's how you make him fire.
December 6th, okay.
Oh.
Hopefully by then I have fiber. I hope I can get fiber.
Well, I'm sure everyone who played the
you do
beta
too, man.
wanted to know Marvel Rivals will launch on December 6th, 2024.
I want cable though.
Now,
Please, first
Gamescom
cable.
always strives to help the environment, and the event runs on 100% renewable energy and is climate friendly thanks to ongoing measures to reduce CO2 emissions.
They always have this every
Jeff. Our
Gamescom.
studio has been making cinematics for over
What is
30
this?
years
I don't know anything
now.
about this yet.
That means classics like Quake, Star Wars, Warhammer, Call of Duty, and dozens more. And we do this because we fucking love video games.
I like this stuff. I like that.
And every time a trailer comes online,
people
we see
concur.
hundreds and hundreds of comments from the fans. Like, why don't we see a movie like this? Or why can't we have a series like this?
see
And we
Sifu
could
in
not
there.
agree more, which is why we are so excited to share this series with you. 15 original episodes created in collaboration with Amazon Studios and the publishers and developers of some of the world's greatest
Yeah, well,
games.
it's supposed to be like
I'm
an
talking
offshoot of
new
Black Mirror,
titles,
I think.
existing games, indies.
Or no,
and classics.
Love,
So we've been
Robot
working on this show
something.
for 3 years.
Love, Death, and Robots.
Love, Death, and
I get a little
Robots.
upset,
That's it.
choked up. Sorry, I
No, we
cry
need
a lot.
We need
Sorry.
we need a modern day Captain N, the game master.
Bro.
All right. We've been working on it for 3 years, and I'm very emotional because I'm so excited. And it's finally time. So please enjoy the world premiere teaser of Secret Level.
All right, man. Let it out. Let it out. Is it like a series?
Yeah, well, it's like an anthology series.
It is our love letter to games.
love
You
it.
can watch the series on Amazon Prime Video on December 10th. Not too far now. So enjoy. Thank you.
I guess it's going to be like released all at once. Okay.
Man, this is Easter egg the game, bro. This. I'm telling you.
Yeah. But it's like an anthology of different shorts for different
Sifu.
games. Sifu.
Has waited for your arrival.
I don't know what that is.
My guess probably the outer wilds or outer worlds.
Outer Worlds, probably.
It is you. You will open the door. Because you are the chosen.
Armored Core.
Armored Core.
All those moments. It's a new adventure.
Kratos.
I saw Kratos there.
I saw
Oh, that's Keanu.
I saw Ghost of Tsushima there also.
That's supposed to be Mega Man.
I think so.
I think so. I think
they're
Pac-Man's in here as well somewhere.
Oh, that has to be Remnant. Feels like Remnant.
Sifu, out of all of them, is like the one that you could make a movie out of.
Mega Man, isn't it?
You have a game to play.
That's
Also, Concord was in there. I'm not joking.
There was Pac-Man.
Yeah, there you go.
Young hero.
Okay, Secret Level's looking kind of dope.
Taken an interest in your odyssey.
Age of Mythology.
Disappoint
Age
us.
of Mythology.
That's so funny. I just beat this game last year. Pretty fun for what it is.
No matter what armies you face, what power you wield, or what creatures
I feel like
you
RTS games
unleash,
have been obsolete for a long time now.
we trust you will find
Because
a
of the
way
MOBA.
to write your own legend.
A lot of people just don't have patience for them anymore, I feel. They take a while to do.
I enjoy them when I get into them. Like I played the Halo Wars 2. That's a really good RTS, by the way. But like each mission took like 20 minutes to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine doing verses with people. That'll take a long time.
Also,
And
like
that's why,
on controller, it's not very intuitive on controller. It's got to be on mouse and keyboard.
well, they worked with Paradox to make it.
Day
It
one with
plays
Game Pass.
really good on PC. Unfortunately, it's in the Windows Live store.
The tower is the only sanctuary we have left.
What the fuck is this?
We can give our people
the Castle Crashers?
The hope we need.
No, it looks like a kind of just a beat 'em up, but with fantasy.
I like it.
Towerborn.
Count me in when it comes to a beat 'em up. Count me in. Delta Force.
Oh, okay.
I thought this was like this is the Battlefield I played before Battlefield. And but imagine like Team Fortress Classic like graphics. And I thought it was like the coolest shit ever back in the 90s.
Asara Guard declared occupancy was zeroed down on June 8th following an attack.
The conflict between the Asara Guard and Havoc threatens the balance of the world. The Asara Guard is a tempest of disorder, sowing chaos wherever it roams. But we are honed to strike at their very core. Havoc has cutting-edge technology, but is built on exploitation and suffering. United, we will plunge into the chaos to find a spark of peace.
Is this like the story mode for it?
We are
I
GTI.
guess.
No one.
This feels like a trailer from like 2009.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like when this game should have came out when Battlefield and that big war.
Which we are announcing is coming to Steam
out.
Next Fest in October in
Honestly,
advance of its early
I really
access
do feel
release
like the
later
more
this year.
games actually
All
start,
right, let's head back to the Middle Ages for a
picking
new
up
look
that
at
sort of
Kingdom Come
early
Deliverance 2
2000s
with its
energy.
authentic rendition of
I feel
15th
like the board
century
games do
Bohemia
that.
as an action role-playing game.
The better off we are.
Yeah,
I
just keep it
have
as a video
concluded
game.
very
You know,
fragile
Exactly.
truce with Sigismund, and if anyone
Hey, Chop.
should disrupt my plans with headstrong acts of violence, there will be consequences.
is that Tim Curry? It looks like Tim Curry.
I intend to wage war, not parley. Everything all right? Hey?
Hey, what's up?
We need more people. The best thing would be to recruit from your old comrades.
Hey, what's good, Chop?
If I'm not already swinging on the gallows somewhere.
Oh, jeez.
Will you help us, Henry?
Remember how I was talking about bots earlier?
I never played the first one, but I heard it was all right.
Yeah, I think it depends on. I want to play it. Basically, it kind of goes into. It stands on how hyper realistic it is to fight, and so it's a little clunky, from what I understand. I can deal with clunk though.
It's probably clunkier than Chivalry 2.
Probably.
It probably takes in weight and physics and mass and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When it's too real, it's pretty rough.
There is much more from that game coming this week during Gamescom. Now, last month, the ARPG Zenless Zone Zero was released from Hoyoverse, and now we've got the debut of a brand new area of New Eridu. Check it out.
Oh man, that person really loved.
One person's excited.
Yep.
Good for that person.
I feel like this. See, here's the thing, right? This game looks cool, but is it like Scarlet Nexus? Like, what is this? Like, how does this game play?
I need to play it, I guess. I have it downloaded.
I said I would play it after I finish Elden Ring, and I'm like halfway through the DLC now. Finally,
Like, I think I saw somebody play this game because I was super curious, but the vibe that I got was it's like an arena battler kind of beat 'em up. Wasn't really clear, and then there were a lot of complaints about the end game stuff. Like, this does not do any justice for how the game plays, right? It's just all cinematic stuff.
No, it's all cinematic stuff. I will say I like the character designs more than Genshin Impact. Like,
you like the feature look?
The characters are different shapes.
Oh yeah. Zenless Zone Zero. And how is this different than Honkai Star Rail? Well, Honkai
Star Rail is like a
strategy, right?
turn-based game. Yeah.
Okay.
The man who came had tan skin and wielded 2 swords.
Speak
one
to the
black
devil here.
and one white.
Wow.
Honkai Star Rail. I knew they would all be here.
General Fei Xiao? I know her well.
You do? I know all her deeds on the battlefield by heart.
They always make sure to get all through.
It looks like
General Fei Xiao fought her way in and out of enemy ranks 7 times. With a single strike, she knocked down 100 enemies. 1,000.
It's Lobo.
10,000. You're exaggerating. My mom told me about this. This is what my online friends found at the scene. Look. In the form of a beast, rushing forward like lightning, General Fei Xiao shouted among the ruins.
Are you my master?
That's complete nonsense. Nonsense? I have even more impressive stories.
Little girl, do you know how to get to the seat of divine foresight?
That's funny. Well, if Gilgamesh is in it, I'm sold. That's all I gotta do.
That's all you need.
There's a fun little tease, and
As
that
soon as I
was
saw
a
it,
new
it's
look
like,
at the
oh,
space
God.
fantasy of
That
Honkai
wasn't
Star Rail
Gil, though. That was
and
Archer.
Fei Xiao, a female general known for her prowess in martial arts.
What?
You don't
Okay,
know
now
that.
we're heading to the Arkhamverse for Batman Arkham Shadow.
Oh,
It arrives
disappointment.
later this year. It is a completely new
I
Arkham
kind of
story
mentioned in a
exclusive
quick chat
to
one
Minute
time,
Plus 3.
people would
I
probably
played
not
a
be
demo
so
of this.
down
I
on
have to
this
say
if
the
it
team,
wasn't for Suicide
Camouflage, has
Squad.
done an incredible job bringing the world and
It-
combat
like,
into VR.
the devs are probably
Here
just
is your
were
first look
hired
at
to
the
make a
actual gameplay
VR game.
trailer for Batman Arkham Shadow.
I just want a good Arkham game again. You know, that's all I really care about.
Yeah. That's supposed to be a sequel to Origins.
This rat cult spreads through Gotham like a plague.
I guess he's facing Ratcatcher.
The Rat
Even if
King.
it consumes me.
What I need to know though is why did they go VR? I mean, if this is supposed to be a sequel or follow up to any of the just
The bad guys tonight!
I mean,
Jim, this rat king
I
could
feel like
be
they should have just made a
anywhere.
regular game with a VR option.
Face in the crowd.
Exactly.
Foot soldier in his own
Yeah.
fanatical mod.
And then more people
So
would have
how
bought it.
in
How many
the
people
hell
have
do
VR
we find
headsets?
him? Targets are all city employees.
VR is way down this time.
Yeah.
Civil servants.
The novelty is like worn off, and so a lot of VR developers are shutting down. Like the guys who made Order 1886.
Someone's going to die.
How did that game not get a sequel?
Tried it
Like,
your
it
way.
would
Now
have been
we do it
perfect for Sony.
mine.
Something big's going down tonight.
Most people were disappointed with Order 1886. I played it years after. I was still disappointed with it. But like I think a sequel would have
Feeds the shadow deep inside us.
Imagine if
made things better.
Imagine if it was a timepiece, or like Order 1994 or something like that, right?
The big problem with Order 1886 is they just don't deliver on the like cool factor of your knight of the round table, and you are supposed to be fighting supernatural shit, and you fight like 9 lichens. I
Well,
had to
that
count
trailer
from
was
someone
buzzing,
else's
and the
stream.
whole city is buzzing during this week of games. And this weekend, the heart of our beloved gaming metropolis, Cologne, will transform into the vibrant Gamescom City Festival. There will be great music on 3 stages in the city center of Cologne on both days, with another 100,000 guests. Now, if you
Bro,
haven't been
this
there
is
yet,
not
you
what
should
gaming
definitely
used to
go
be.
and check it out.
No, it
That
isn't.
is what's happening in Cologne, and also people from
And I
Warp.
think that's what.
Now,
what's
who is
ruining
ready
gaming.
for another world premiere? Announced last year at ONL, here is a new look at Little Nightmares 3.
Speaking of,
Oh yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
All right, another cozy.
So
game.
like I mentioned, this is being made by Supermassive, who make the Until Dawn game.
The what do you call
Or
that? Oh,
game.
they also make the what is that?
The anthology series,
yeah,
whatever
the
you
ones
want
that
to
I
call
play.
it.
Dark Picture anthologies. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, my girlfriend was like, "I want to play those games, but I'm too chicken, so you play them." Thanks.
I recommend them. They're great.
They're great. No, there's like, and then the subtle like storytelling underneath is really cool. I like the first one.
I like the second one a bit more than the first one, even if it has kind of jank combat segments.
This looks like it's a co-op game. That's cool.
It is. You could get your girlfriend to play this.
She'll like leave me hanging. She'll like freak out and like leave me to die somewhere. That's what she does all the time. Cool. What?
I don't know what that game is.
Uh-oh. All right.
And the publisher of Firewatch, that means nothing.
I mean, looking at an owl.
Oh, what is it?
It's like Last Guardian style.
The goat bear thing?
Interesting. They're like a
It
sheep
looks
herder.
like that Little Devil Inside game, but that's not this. By the way, did that game ever come out?
You know what this is, guys? This is Pikmin in disguise.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, it does look like that.
This is a fucking Maurice Sendak joint. This is what wild things are.
Yeah, for sure. But they're not as humanoid as they look. That's why.
Herdling.
Yeah, but it looks like a Pikmin game style game.
Yeah, it kind of is.
That's cool. I'm
25.
I'm glad there's another genre that is getting more attention.
Okomotive. Oh, okay.
You guys like that one? That's a beautiful game. Herdling from Panic and Okomotive, and I'm so glad we could share that with you tonight. All right, Gamescom, we have a special guest joining us next. I grew up playing his games, and many of you did too. Titles like Populous, Dungeon Keeper, Magic Carpet, Theme Park, Black and White, and Fable.
Black and
Peter-
White?
He's here to
Peter
reveal his
Molyneux.
brand new game, which he's secretly been working on for the past
I've heard
3
Black
years.
and White.
Please join me, Gamescom, in welcoming to ONL, Peter Molyneux.
I would love a new Black and White.
So, did he fund this game by his NFT scam? I don't know if you guys knew that. The last thing he did was an NFT scam.
Back.
What an incredible honor it is to be here.
Oh,
on
no,
the
he's
stage with
pretentious.
Jeff.
Yes, Peter.
He's amazing.
I don't trust
This
him.
is so fun.
Yeah.
So a couple months ago, you and I had lunch in London.
I wonder if he had to pay to be able to use the word
for a
Albion.
number of years.
Because that's
You've kept very
that's a
quiet
Fable
about it.
game,
You
right?
really wanted
That's
to
the
let the game
Fable,
speak for itself. Tell
setting.
us about
Okay.
Masters of Albion.
Right. So after
found out about this game on
messing
Steam.
around on mobile, what the hell was I doing? I thought to myself, I need to come home. I need to come home to PC.
No, it means
and
you
console.
failed and didn't make any
So
money.
I've looked at Dungeon Keeper. I've taken some things that I've wanted to explore further with Dungeon Keeper. I've done the same with Black and White. I've taken things from Black and White.
So is this the guy
I've
that
done the
made
same
Fable
with
or helped make Fable?
And
He was
this is
the
what I'm
creative
showing.
director
And to
Fable.
your
Okay.
credit,
The Fable
you
game.
funded
Yeah.
this project yourself. You put together a team of a lot of
Well,
veterans
he's-
from those games.
Yeah, I mean, I
for a
think
lot
that's
of
a
reasons.
franchise that's in trouble.
I needed to bring the old team back together again. So I'm working with people like Mark Healy and Russell Shaw and Ian Wright, the people that helped on.
I'm going to say now that I think the people that made his games good are the people who make the 2 Point series now.
All right,
Because
here's the
they
world
came from
premiere,
his team,
Masters of Albion from Peter Mullen.
from the same developer. And all their games so far have been good.
This is Masters of Albion. We're a team of 20 people.
Of course, you had to voice your own
new
trailer.
and different.
It's pretty
Here we are in
interesting
the
from what I
familiar,
saw.
vast world of Albion, packed with stories, quests, treasures, and monsters.
I'm in my city builder era, that's why.
This is Oak Ridge. By day, you're tasked with building the town up, gaining resources, and earning money. By night, your town will be attacked by many of Albion's creatures. You can design anything: the food that people eat, the clothes they wear, the weapons they use, the armor they fight with. There is a strategy behind every creation. I can even feed them rats. My town's working hard to make that food. I can help out.
God mode.
Or not. I can also design, customize, and create all buildings.
This looks very black and white in this part.
Yeah, this does remind me of Black and White.
Night is coming, the sun is going down, and now my town needs defending against the horrors of Albion. And this is my hero's time to shine. You don't have to play in God mode. At any point, you can possess a character and play in third
This is the
person.
Dungeon Keeper part.
My
That-
hero is
I
now
think that's the default run.
and now
Yeah.
it's time to
Yeah.
My hero's getting overwhelmed.
I have to admit, it is pretty neat that
Let's
you can go
switch
from
back to
bird's
God
eye to
mode
street.
and unleash
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it's like two different games, right?
I still don't trust Peter for shit.
Okay, we survived
The
night.
only other thing
Now,
that they
let's
have to
design
fix
a
is
better
why would
version
you
of
want to
my
go
hero.
in first person,
You
right?
can
Like
be
that's
as silly
kind
as
of the
you
other
want.
reason.
But
Yeah.
swords
Well,
just
there's been RTS games like that. What's that one where you could control a dragon?
This is just a glimpse of Masters of Albion, an
I have
open
to
world
look at
God
it.
game full of combat, choices, mystery, and story.
QR
It's
code.
available to wishlist on Steam now.
Well, he said it's an open world god game.
Open world god game.
We're all
Squid
here
Game.
to have fun.
Why would I play this when I could just play the crap game?
No, this is the Fall Guys game. Pretty for the Squid Game.
Total drama Squid Game.
Oh, get fucked.
Damn.
Not whether you win or lose. It's how you play the game.
It's literally, if you're tired of playing Fall Guys, you just play this game.
I'm not gonna lie, seeing someone get ragdolled by a butt.
Buzzsaw, yeah, it's pretty funny. Oh, Terminator. course.
I guess Netflix is sponsoring Gamescom this year.
I've been here before.
All right. They put a lot of money into this game. I have no idea what this game's about.
What is this game?
Exactly. Just watch. It's really weird.
Who I was, who I might become.
Wait.
All possible futures existing in motion. It is time to awaken.
Oh, is this Banishers?
No, this isn't Banishers. I don't know what this is. Something 9. I've seen like
Unknown 9, whatever they call it.
Yeah. And I still don't know what this game is.
That's what I'm saying. Like they've actively put a lot of money into this game. It even has a collector's edition. And I'm like,
and no one knows what this game is.
Yeah, who would buy this? Like, I don't understand.
I don't know what the game is. No one knows what the game is, no one wants to buy the game.
And it is my duty, my journey, to step into the unknown.
Unknown 9 Awakening. Okay, that's what it was. Okay.
Unknown 9 Awakening.
So, I mean, I don't mind it. I'm trying new IPs, but it's wild.
Infiltrate the target area and get what's in that safe. The items are valuable, but you must extract alive.
Man, games like this are a dime a dozen, huh?
What is this game?
It looks like an extraction shooter.
Oh, another one. That's the new hotness. Or attempted hotness.
Oh, is this the one that? Yeah, this is what Simmons was playing this with it on a stream. Ace.
Tarkov?
No, it's not Tarkov. It's like it's like supposedly the next. It's the Tarkov killer, air quotes. You know? There was some reason Simmons was playing it because it's supposed to have the gameplay of Call of Duty, but like Tarkov mechanics or something. I don't know. It all looks the same to me. And it's kind of a weird name too for a game like that.
Arena Breakout Infinite is now available in early access with the full release coming at the end of the year. Now, over the years, Blizzard has been a big part of Gamescom history, and this week we are thrilled to welcome them back for the first time since 2019. And to tell us more, here's the president of Blizzard, Johanna Ferris.
Oh, is it actually Tarkov?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I guess we were both right.
Hello. Welcome to Gamescom.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us on behalf of Blizzard. This is such a massive moment, but it's such a special time to be sharing it here with everyone at Gamescom, and we're just really honored and grateful to be here.
Well, we're very glad to have you guys back, and I know you got a big booth with Xbox, right?
We do, yes, and come on by if you're here all week long. We're proud of it, but it's also a particularly big moment for Warcraft. We have celebrations and anniversaries galore across Hearthstone, across Rumble, and of course, a very big milestone for World of Warcraft this year.
Yes, speaking of World of Warcraft, The War Within, its global launch is coming up very soon this month.
Oh,
right?
damn it.
Yes, it is, and we're just days
World of
away
Warcraft
from the
is
global
like
launch of The War
years old
Within.
at this point.
August 26th, it's go time for that, and in 2 days, we'll actually open up early access.
And it's still
for players.
going.
We're psyched about it. Come on in and join. And I just want to say,
The funny thing about World of Warcraft is everyone I know who
Saga opens up such
is like, I refuse to play it
for
again.
us, arguably some of the most ambitious we've ever seen since WoW initially released.
Just like,
And
I
we
know quit it.
and share it with players.
World of Warcraft.
It's very exciting that this month is time for that. But I know this is, you said, there's so many Warcraft anniversaries, Blizzard anniversaries, Warcraft anniversaries. How can players be a part of this?
Yeah, there's a ton of ways we're going to be able to celebrate. So we definitely hope that you join us. There will be in-game events that commence in October, so there will be more details on that, but players will be able to earn really cool in-game rewards, and we'll be finding some creative ways to celebrate the history of Azeroth together. And also be on the lookout for our very first Warcraft Direct, where the team will share more in the coming months on all the things going on for the Warcraft universe.
Okay, well,
Okay, I need to pause this for just a moment because one thing that she mentioned that kind of leads into a bigger conversation. The fact that Warcraft is actually going to be hosting their first direct. And it's like, you think about all these developers that are just, that have now been just moving to more, direct to the audience, showcases of their games and stuff coming up. Basically taking the Nintendo route and making events like E3 and to a smaller extent Gamescom and even Tokyo Game Show kind of a thing of the past.
I think primarily the reason for that is they want to control the information with no judgment from a third party, right? So like it just reduces the amount of input that they get for their title or whatever. It's just, to me, it's more of a controlled environment, which is a smart idea for Blizzard, I guess.
Right. And Jago's just put up another good example, TennoCon, the big Warframe convention.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a lot of the middle management is basically cut out of the equation. Now it's just the developers putting out their stuff, directly to the public.
Yeah. It's good and bad. The good is that you get it straight from the source. The bad is like it just it removes like I said, external input for what, like for example, if they hired us to show their game, right? Like we clearly talk about it, so that puts them at risk of like we might not like it, and our audience will also may not like it, right?
Right.
Yeah. Am I sounding better?
Yep.
Okay. I just rejoined.
Yep.
At least it lasted like an hour and a half this time.
Yeah. And I mean, let's see. How much do we have left here?
20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like as far as the games go, what else is left? Because I think a lot of it's fluff.
Let's see. We got about 5 or 6 more games left to take a look at from the looks of it.
Okay.
So let's keep this going.
Well, that's exciting. Now, I was wondering about, all the other Blizzard teams. Are they going to get in and celebrate these anniversaries too?
They are. There will be some nice surprises along the way, but I do want to shout out
Speaking
tonight
of cutting
the
out
Overwatch
and
2
everything,
team.
you want me to just cut forward to the next
They've been doing some amazing work to show
Yeah, I'm good with that. I don't play Warcraft anymore.
That it brings.
Yeah, I don't play it. So.
This, on the other hand,
that was the Diablo 4.
Yeah, I just something I play.
Suffering, desolation, horror. This is the road we know in Sanctuary. However, some of us have taken a different path. Bound by secrecy, ready to stand and fight for those who seek us out. My shield is your protection. There was a time we fought the vilest of Sanctuary.
You fools get uglier and uglier.
Until we were left with only our inner demons.
I have something to say about this trailer, by the way. I'll wait till it's done.
The return of hatred has pulled us back into the light.
Your blood feeds my blade.
And though we now wait, watching from the shadows, we cannot escape who we are. Why we fight.
Please, no! Stay away!
Or the fury that burns within us. I have your back.
So are these just like NPCs you can hire?
Literally allies in the game.
Okay.
Which was a very common thing back in 2 and 3, right?
Strength in numbers.
But to get their own trailer as a big crazy feature for a
I
game,
am your redemption.
that
it's a
just
little
goes to
odd.
show you how starved they are for content on this game.
The pale hand, and we
They have to make
are
a
the
big
reason
deal
you
about
need
this.
Never fight alone.
Right? Like, to me, that trailer could have been like, these are 3 more characters you can pick, right? But it's just like, guys you can hire in the game, and it made a big deal out of it because there's nothing in the game.
That looks great. Thanks for the sneak peek.
Of course, and it's my esteemed pleasure to introduce Brent Gibson, game director of Diablo 4: Vessel of Hatred.
I'm good.
I will forever.
Next.
This
All
one.
right, now we're heading to the hardcore action role-playing world of the first Berserker
When he was
design,
introducing it at the E3 thing, he was just standing by
intense
the
combat
words of
meets
Vessel of
breathtaking 3D
Hatred
cell animation.
right after
in
they
a
fired
brutal world from
Tango
Gamescom.
Gameworks
Coming to
and those
PC
other.
and console, let's witness the chaos that awaits.
I am stoked for this game. Right up my alley.
This right here has my end.
Art direction, the type of game it is, it looks really cool.
And of course,
the beast.
you might recognize the voice of our man.
Oh, this is Berserker Kazan, whatever.
Otherwise known
That
as
starts getting that bag.
For years, I faced unrelenting fury, made countless sacrifices. And the result of my devotion was betrayal.
Oh, looks so cool. The vibe that I'm getting so far from the trailer is that you have a lot of weapons.
Yeah. Well, I think I did see this trailer because I've been kind of watching for this game.
We'll pay for this.
Also, it's got Berserk vibes, which is freaking awesome.
And I will help you.
It does.
And apparently, in more TFO-related news, Neoplay is still working on TFO Overkill as well.
Oh, cool.
That's so cool.
But this is another Korean game.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Korea and China are about to like kind of take over a little bit and start putting alongside
Honestly,
Japan and the West.
That's something that is I actually was thinking about the other day. They're catching up to the Western and Japan market, and they're doing it in the way of what made games popular and exciting versus trying to cater to like the masses.
And instead of trying to chase the mythical
Your
modern
choices
audience,
will
they're just like,
remake the world.
okay, what made
And
this
every
hot?
turn
Let's go with
becomes
it.
an
They're playing on their strengths,
try.
right? Yeah. I don't know about that, Jagos, because Capcom has been doing some weird stuff in their games lately, so someone's influencing them a little bit.
It's your world now.
But yeah, because the first Berserker takes place. The first Berserker is pretty much like a prequel.
Play it
to
day one
TFO.
with PC Game Pass.
The first Berserker.
Exactly. I mean, the spirit that the Berserker class TFO summons is Kazan.
Yeah. Yep. It's the origin story for the Berserker, pretty much. Which is pretty cool if you think about it, because they can do an origin story for a lot of things in that game if this game sells really well. This is
All right.
darker than whatever.
I pressed the button.
I went to look at chat, and the like home button for my phone is like right below it.
What's this game called? Like Darker Than Black or something?
I think it's Dark and Darker.
Dark and Darker, yeah, that's the one. It's an extraction game, right?
Yeah, it's like a medieval one.
Mobile. Okay. Nice.
Dark and Darker mobile. Okay. I guess they won their lawsuit because they got taken down for a
Dark and
bit.
Darker Mobile is now available for global pre-registration. Now from NetEase Games, this next trailer is a new life simulation game where players can travel among super-powered worlds to craft their island and engage with friends. Let's take a look.
Okay. I wish we could have more Sims games.
Cozy game.
This is a cozy game.
No, not enough nightmares.
Yes,
Those clouds need to be black. There's need thunder everywhere. That's a cozy game. Oh, there we go.
Oh, shit.
Look what you did. I blame you.
This is cozy AF.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh, it's literally like cute Stardew Valley on a cloud.
I think it's like trying to outdo Animal Crossing.
Well, I think those are all players, right?
Are
yeah,
they?
see? Yeah, gather your friends.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you know Martyr's going to be pretty big on this, too.
Oh, probably, yeah. It looks right up her alley.
What if they just flip the script and they just all get like shot right now and it's a totally different game?
Bruh. Don't mess with my emotions like that.
Cozy carnage. Floatopia?
That's just so cozy, it's making me sleepy.
That's pretty cozy.
All right, we got another game to show you, which will take you on an epic global adventure. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
boy.
Check this out.
I hope they show gameplay. I would really like
better
some
make
gameplay.
Indiana
Told you
Jones
there was a
Kratos.
connection between ancient cultures around the world. A great circle. Does it exist? Is it the key to some lost power?
My first
That's up to you to uncover.
criticism of this game. Spend all this money on Harrison
I'm
Ford.
Troy Baker,
First
and
person.
I play Indy. It's humbling playing a character
Oh, is this
so
just
many
a
people, myself
mocap?
included,
Hey,
look up
we
to.
used cool
As a
mocap for this.
kid, seeing Indiana
Feel like-
Jones in the theater for the first time was a defining moment for me. And I never would have guessed that all these years later, I would be the one wearing the hat. But here I am. It's been a dream come true. A dream that I cannot wait for you to live.
I'm going to
for
say
yourself.
something that might be a hot take, but I think that we
The
need to
beauty of a
move past
first-person game like this is that
Harrison
we all
Ford
get to
as
feel what it's like to
Indiana
become Indy.
Jones if you
You're
want
the
to
one who
continue
grabs the
Indiana
who
Jones.
feels the weight of every punch and the thrill of finding
I mean, you're
every
right,
clue.
but he's just so
Indy is
iconic,
such
you know?
a unique character.
Yeah, I know. I also
Professor,
think Indiana Jones is
an archaeologist,
just,
a
you
brawler,
can't make it
an
anymore.
explorer,
Yeah, well,
the
It's
this
quintessential
one
all-around
is
adventure.
particularly a fan service
And this game
but they
has
could have totally made a
everything
new
you'd
Indiana
expect
Jones
from an
as
Indiana
somebody
Jones
else.
adventure. Mysterious artifacts, cunning villains,
I wonder how
ancient
much they
discoveries,
had to pay Harrison
hard-hitting
Ford to use
action.
his likeness.
It's a world of constant danger where you've got to think on your feet to stay alive. The Great Circle spans
They had to pay an arm and a leg
The voice
for
is
that.
weird, so it's
snake-filled
like,
jungle
why even
temples
bother,
to
you know?
scorpion-riddled desert tombs. Stunning open areas to explore freely, full of secrets for you to discover. And you'll get more than just the classic whip and revolver. Indy's
Here's the
journal and his
You make
camera
Indiana
will
Jones game,
immerse
make
you
it as
in the
cool as
mystery,
Uncharted.
providing
They
extra
won't even care if
info
it's
on
Harrison
all
Ford
of
or
your
not.
finds, so
Okay,
you can
look,
appreciate
look,
all
let me
of the
pause
little
this real quick,
historical
right?
details.
If we want cool globe-trotting, you know, warrior scholar type shit like Indiana Jones to continue, right? We already had that in the comics back in the 90s.
Yeah.
I got 2 words for you. Gold digger.
Well, we also the other thing that you're probably missing. We've had the National Treasure movies. We've had Tomb Raider. We've had Uncharted. there have been all these like kind of legacies of Indiana Jones that people don't really talk about. So it's like, yeah, we've already kind of moved past them in our own way.
Yep, and like I said, like when I heard this game was announced, I was like, "Who's this game for?" Like, it was somebody like, "We really need to make another Indiana Jones game," but like, who knows about that? Like, if it's for modern audiences, also, like, do they know who that is, and do they care if it's Harrison Ford? You know, that's kind of like, so it's clearly a fan service for people that know about the series, right? A love letter to them.
Like, on the one hand, I could definitely see it as a love letter to, fans of the series. But on the other hand, there's this cynical part of me that says this is just another nostalgia baiting cash grab.
I mean, that's all it is, honestly. They're hoping you buy it because you're just nostalgic for the series, right? But nobody asked for it. Is what I'm saying.
My concern with this is being made by Machine Games. Their last game was Wolfenstein Youngblood. That sucked ass. I'm not trusting them.
Right. Well, and also like the whole conversation of like, should it be Harrison Ford? Here's the thing. Yes, because they're baiting on your nostalgia. Because if you look at Tomb Raider, Lara Croft hasn't looked like Lara Croft in years, and she's got 4 games under her belt. So it has nothing to do with the way she looks. I mean, clearly it does, right? But like, that's not important. It's just how fun the game is and how it operates. But so like this game, I don't know, just it reminds me of like Dishonored, but like not really. Like,
you know what's funny is when you say that the Naraka trailer we saw earlier has Laura looking like her old self.
Right.
She's wearing like the old shit she used to wear. So
yeah,
I found that kind of funny.
So which means that the other games that she was in where she didn't look like that are irrelevant to the Naraka players. That's how you have to consider that. You know, that's how what her origin is supposed to look like, and that's what they're going off of. So this is why this is interesting, because if this was for new people, they wouldn't care what Indiana Jones looked like, you know. But it's clearly Harrison Ford. They want to go with the movies, so you know that's kind of what I was getting at.
Like the only thing missing was the fact that they didn't get Harrison Ford to actually provide the voiceover, but
which is weird.
I think that would be a bad idea. I think that would be a bad idea. I don't know if you heard him in the recent movie. He sounds tired. It sounds like he doesn't want to be anywhere near a set. I think that'd be a terrible idea.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I agree with that, and that's why I think like this game right here.
Troy Baker.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
Troy Baker's doing a solid job, honestly.
Why couldn't they have made Indy the guide, the leading mentor for the new Indiana Jones in this game, right? And have the Troy model be like, hey, he's like learning from Indy, like you know how like Sully is in Uncharted. Mm-hmm. That could have been Indiana Jones, right? Like, but I get it. People will be like, oh, I can't play as Indy, yada yada yada. But that would be more targeted for modern audiences versus nostalgia. I'm good. I'm not gonna play it.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty safe to say that we probably won't be playing this, but I mean, just there's plenty to talk about here.
I'll keep an eye on it, but I'm definitely not getting it day one.
No,
because, like I said, after Youngblood, that game was fucking trash.
Right. And with that being said, it looks like we got just one more game. So you know what?
Okay, we can finish this.
Yeah, let's cut forward to the last timestamp, and then it'll be our turn to fill in the gaps a little bit more.
Okay.
25. All right, before we wrap up O&L, we do have one final game announcement for you. Check this out.
Came and went. Yeah, Youngblood was a DLC for Wolfenstein.
This thing of ours.
It's a dramatic trip. Thank you for letting us.
Treachery.
This Godfather?
Close.
Godfather game?
Do not exist among us.
That's another licensed game they probably don't want to pay for.
That's true.
yourself,
Then it's probably Mafia.
Yeah.
your life.
Okay.
Do this, family.
It's the guy's doing the Godfather voice.
Unless they throw us for a loop, it's like old school GTA 0 or something. Oh yeah.
Mafia, the old country. Okay.
Okay, I like that. That's cool actually. Like if it's in Italy, oh man, that'd be cool.
And it looks like that.
I'm
right
Nick
there.
Baines, president of Hangar
That's it.
13. What you
I don't
just
think
saw
there's any
is the
gameplay
first
for that
early
game.
look at Mafia: The Old Country, a thrilling story set in
Yeah,
19.
just looking at the video preview, it looks like that's going to be it before we hit the outro.
Okay.
There we go. So, yeah, that right there is Gamescom 2024 in a nutshell. Some solid stuff. A good chunk of it already out at this point. Like I said, we're fashionably late to the party.
Yeah.
But I will say I think I have to agree with the conversation that I remember having. Like I remember talking about this on one of my streams a couple days ago when they said that at the very least for me, it wasn't necessarily Gamescom so much as Game SNK.
Yeah.
All right, because the stuff they had for City of the Wolves, the the gameplay trailer that came out for Terry and Street Fighter 6, between that and of course the footage for Mecha Break and the first Berserker, those were like the big highlights for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say this is a solid one. It's not there weren't a lot of like knock out of the parks for me. I'm not the big fighting game guy here. But like Kazan, and I guess a couple of those Marvel Rivals and
Yeah.
Mecha Break, and let me see.
And again, that what you call it, that one Flowtopia?
Yeah. Oh, Reanimal as well.
Yeah, and Reanimal looks pretty wild.
There's stuff I'm like kind of have an interest in, but not like I don't know about day one buys. That's kind of where I'm at on this. I do like this more than the E3 ones because this is a lot more varied. So even though I didn't find a lot of stuff, I could see other people loving this a lot more than I did.
Mm-hmm. And that's really one of the best parts, honestly. Like even outside of the stuff that I found enjoyable, just the fact that there was such a variety of games that was showcased. There is something out there for everyone.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. What I noticed mostly about this specific, I guess, show was not a lot of huge AAA titles coming out. It almost seemed like they're holding back on it.
I think they're waiting for probably the Game Awards to do that. More people watch.
Yep, I mean that could partially be it, no, but not even like any really big trailers, right? Teasers, I mean.
Yeah.
But that's always a good thing. I always like smaller games, lower price points, shorter games that
like
don't.
All the big stuff I feel like is definitely going to be coming out around TGS and the Game Awards.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
gonna be
for sure.
a big end of the year stuff. The World Series.
Yeah,
like the biggest game here, whether you like it or not, it was Borderlands 4.
And that's what I meant about like the teaser. Like they had that for that, and they'll show all the gameplay or whatever they have on the next one, the big one, right? So that's kind of what I noticed about this one. But I don't know if there's a lull in the industry, but I think there is. I think there's a lot of AAA games that bled a lot of money and a lot of companies because it kind of crashed. So I think they're kind of doing a reevaluation of what we need to focus on again. And Capcom started that sooner than everybody else with all their hits lately. And I think it's about time for them other companies to follow.
Catch up.
Yeah, did you see that there's a reveal for a new Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver?
Word?
Well, they're re-releasing it, isn't it, or is it a new one?
I think it's new. I saw that they were making a new Soul Reaver, so
I know they're releasing a collection for like the first Legacy of Kain game, and then Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver.
And
So,
that could possibly be the gateway to be like, is there any interest in this stuff, right? Like what Capcom does. So that's what I mean. I think they're reevaluating to like, okay, well, what do people like? Let's just start focusing on that, even if it's single player, right? So hopefully it'll all come back, because right now this live service is killing everybody. Concord's a great example of that.
We've kind of mentioned before. It's like, well, we've talked about it in the podcast that never was, where it's basically like a bunch of people chasing the WoW, where everyone's trying to get their bag, but no one's able to land, and so there's so many companies just dying.
Right. I mean, literally, like we were talking about it earlier, but literally in terms of like live service games, there's really only like two big ones that I can think of that are on the market right now that are either doing what they need to do to survive and actually making a profit, or have a shot at doing so. One of them being Warframe, the other coming from Korea with the First Descendant.
Yeah.
But yes, like, you know, the lull here, I definitely agree. This is that calm before the storm where everybody's, you know, reevaluating. All the fighters have gone back to their respective corners, and now they're, you know, getting their cuts and bruises treated, and they're prepping for the next round. And that next round is going to start. Like, we might probably get the fighter weigh in at TGS, but that next round is really going to start at Game Awards.
Well, I agree, and hopefully this the success of Wukong opens up a lot of like companies' eyes and say, hey, single player games people still love, and I know we don't make money really after that with the DLC or whatever practices, but like we get good publicity and people love the game, so and they need to learn that that's how you guys got big, not to nickel and dime everybody every season. That's what you got. Companies need to stop doing that.
Fingers crossed that we actually see some more good news coming out of Koei Tecmo with Dynasty Warriors Legends. That's for sure. I mean,
Yeah. Hey, a quick thing on the Legacy of Kain. So they announced a graphic novel called The Dead Shall Rise about a month ago. That might be what you're thinking of.
Okay. I thought
they did release the remasters for Soul Reaver
that could have been it. The remaster
on the Evercade, weirdly.
Yeah, and that's I think that's why I was like, nobody heard about it, because it's on a really obscure system.
So that's odd. Okay.
Yeah,
but that's that.
You want to talk about Concord, right?
But yeah, Blue, you had some stuff you wanted to talk about with Concord, right?
Oh, yeah, I wanted to talk about that. So there's like kind of some talk, and some people are saying that people hating on it are why it failed, and that's not true. Concord, first of all, was started 8 years ago, apparently, around the time Overwatch released. So that means this was a direct trend chase. And I have to like just walk you through the new player experience of Concord, because it's one of the worst experiences. Like once you get past it, it's not bad. The game's actually solid, but the new game experience is terrible, because this is what you do. You launch the game. You have to log into PlayStation, which I don't mind doing because I've been connected since Portal 2, if you remember that. So then you get to watch, once you're past that, you get to watch the 2 cutscenes. It's the most bland, boring writing you'll ever hear. And nothing really stands out. It's not annoying. If it was annoying, I would remember more of it. Damn. Then you get to the main menu, and you have stuff you can pick. Your obvious first thing is just get straight into a game. So you're going to pick the first thing that's available, which is Brawl. And Brawl has 2 modes. One is basically team deathmatch, and the other is, I think it's called Trophy Hunt, which is just kill confirm, which just means when you kill someone, you have to collect their like dog tag or trophy. And
If you are playing this game like a normal deathmatch, you are going to get stomped. Because what the game is designed for is for dedicated team play. You will never be the hero of a game. Everyone has to work together. Which, like, if you think of any team deathmatch, whether it's Call of Duty, Quake, Unreal, Battlefield, I don't care what you say. No one cares about working with each other. They just want to get in, have a nice KD ratio before they log off and go to bed. But this, they don't allow that. So what happens is you go in, and they want you to do is form squads. So you form your squad, and the other team forms a squad. Whichever squad dies first, that team loses that round. Period. Even if it's a 30 deaths to a win, because the reason you won't win is spawns are random. So once your team is dead, guess what? It's a scramble to try to get back together, and by the time you find at least one other person, the other team's squad has found you, and guess what? 5v2 isn't really fair, is it?
Oh, damn.
And so that's the kind of experience you get with the team deathmatch. Then after about like somewhere between 6 to 10 matches of that, depending on how many you win, you unlock territory mode, which is like, I don't think it's called territory, takeover. It's called takeover. And that is King of the Hill and domination. This is the worst domination I've ever played. Typical domination, you have usually like 3 points. And if you capture 1, you start getting points. And this, if you capture 2, you start getting points. But you only get points if you capture 2. So what happens is whoever captures 2 first, they win. Because the other team is trying to capture another point and can never settle down in a spot. And then you have King of the Hill. King of the Hill was really good. And this is the best mode in the game. Because what happens is you try to form squads. I think they have static spawn points. And the goal changes location regularly. So both teams are trying to find the thing, and it creates a fair fight.
Sounds like
it. Yeah, and that's like because it goes into the strengths of a hero shooter, of people working together to achieve a goal, and no one's like scattered. And then there's a third set of modes that I didn't get to play. I've mentioned this a few times, and also I've watched reviews for this game. Other people are having this problem. It's called Rivalry, and apparently so few people want to play this that you can't get matches. The queue timer clocks out. The queue timer goes to 10 minutes. I did that 3 times. I think waiting 30 minutes to play something is more than long enough. Even at its best at King of the Hill, this game is still, at best, just good. It doesn't do anything really better than like Overwatch or even something like what's that other Overwatch clone that was third person? It starts with a P.
Third person?
Yeah.
Paladins?
Paladins is better than this. And Paladins is on it stopped regular, it's on maintenance mode, basically. And I did, oh god, I have to talk about I mentioned I wanted to talk about the deck builder shit. So GQ, you played this. You remember how you picked the way the screen looked when you started, and you had like 12 heroes and it said like your crew, and then you had 4 heroes that said backup. I'm going to explain what that was.
Yeah, I was wondering what that was. What's that for?
So when you get to level 6, you unlock that extra set of modes and also what's called Crew Builder. Crew Builder is so ass backwards that I've yet to find someone who can explain it properly. So I'm going to try my best here. Okay, so first I have to talk about this. The heroes, or free gunners, I'm going to call them heroes though, they fall into 6 classes. And these classes have passive buffs. And some of them are like Haunt, Ranger, and I'm going to say a Tactician. And so let's say you pick a character that is a Haunt. You'll get 15% faster reload speed. And then let's say you die. Well, then you can pick someone that's a Ranger. Well, that person will have a passive buff of like 10% range. But because you picked Haunt first, you will still have that 15% buff. Are we still following here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kinda, yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
So now when you get to the crew builder, you realize what you can do is you can make a crew that consists of, well, okay. I have to talk about something else before we get into that. Every hero has a thing called variants. The variants are basically those same heroes, but they're a different class. So let's say I'm going to use Linux. He's the green guy with the revolvers. I think everyone remembers him. He liked the hot sauce. So Linux's basic class has the 15% reload, and the first one, you then unlock his second version at level 6, and that gives you I'm going to say the range. It doesn't matter. So you have 2 Linuxes. So what they want you to do is go into the crew builder and build out a crew that consists of, what you want. Let's say if you want several versions of Linux and then several versions of the trash can robot and then a bunch of others. They want you to do that. And so, and there are some rules. So let's say you can't do 12 Linuxes. You can only have a total of 3 of one hero, and you have to have at least 5 different heroes in total. And you might wonder, does it matter what you build? And the answer is yes, because it turns out those crews that you build give you specific passive buffs that apply to everyone on your team, including other people. And so I think, and that's the great part, whenever you get to this part, everyone says, I think, because no one's sure.
That's a
And
problem.
so so that means that if you are going to play this game competitively, which all these hero shooters want, they want a competitive scene for some reason, even though competitive seems to always just bleed money. That means you not only, if let's say you solo queue, you have to worry not only if your other team members are competent, but they built a crew that is competent. And I've played CSGO by myself. I think I would want to murder someone on that. It's really bafflingly insane. I don't know why they made this system complicated. I was looking at Fragpunk. You know how they made their deck builder? You can put these active skills that you can activate in the middle of a match that you can build a deck out of. That's simple and easy to explain. And there's no crazy passive buffs. So yeah, that's going to be my unofficial review of Concord. I've been wanting to kind of say my stuff about Concord, but I didn't want to bother making a video, and I didn't feel that the tweet thread I made and the comments in Twitch I made gave enough of how this game is both kind of I do need to say something nice. The game's gameplay, how guns feel and stuff, how it feels to play the game is good. There are people at that company that are competent and know how to make a good first-person shooter. It's buried in mountains of frustration.
Right. It sounds like, underneath the layers of insufferable complexity, there might actually be something of a solid shooter.
Yeah. So whoever was part of just making the game feel good, I hope, because that company is not going to last. I was kind of mentioning before we streamed, I bet they were intending this to be a major franchise, because remember, a big selling point were those vignettes, those cutscenes and stuff. And also, before they obviously had a deal with Amazon to make that one episode of the anthology for Concord, because that had to be worked on before that was announced before Concord technically released on Friday. So that means they were planning for this to be big. I don't think that the money going into this was just for the game, but for a major franchise. And this might actually hurt Sony bad.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what I was saying. Like, these companies need to start reassessing where they're putting their money, because it's not working anymore. This is not 4 years ago, right? People are tired, and they're gotten smarter about how these things work.
Oh, also some fun fact: Concord is the first game released that was greenlit by what was the previous Sony CEO, Jim Ryan. Everything before this has been the previous guy, Metzger, I think it was.
Gotcha. I mean, it's kind of how I felt about Destiny. I used to be a huge Destiny player, right? And the gameplay is good, graphics were good, the content was trash. The amount of season passes I've bought just to keep up with my friends, and then eventually we'll transition into an expansion, which also requires a season pass. I was like, I'm done. I don't want to pay more anymore. Like, it's not enough.
I wanted to get back in Destiny, and then I heard they had keys for dungeons, and I said, "Oh, I'm good." That you have to buy to play dungeons, and I was like, "What? No, I'm good."
I heard it was better, but like, it's just not enough for me to put down to pay an expansion and then a season pass to have the full experience to play a game, right? Like, I can play Tekken without a season pass and still play Tekken,
right?
Yeah,
right.
You can still play.
Yeah, with Destiny, if you buy the expansion but you don't buy the season pass, you can only play with some of the things your friends can play if they have the season pass. It's so weird.
I can still play Street Fighter with people who bought the season passes of other.
Correct, and that's why I gave up on that. Concord, to me, like, from the way you describe it, like, I don't know. It's first of all, anybody that's willing to, the casual people don't care about that stuff. They just want to be like, I want to pick a cool character. They play good. How do they make me feel? Awesome. All right, I'll keep playing this game. I don't even know.
And they don't have any cool characters.
Right, and
I think I joked about that during the stream.
I can jump into that. Like, that's a big thing for me, because I love cool characters, right? But like, I don't know. Concord to me is just not attractive to, as far as like gameplay wise, especially when you have to pay $40 for it. Marvel Rivals is out. Overwatch is already out. I don't understand why this is not a free to play game to begin with, but I do understand because they put a lot of money into it with all these cinematics, right? So,
and paying for that episode on Secret Level.
Yeah, no, my initial feeling was that if these games that are coming out now that everyone's protesting were probably made 6 years ago, right? 6 years ago, and these companies got a lump sum of money, pretty much saying, "Hey, I need you to make a game that's very diverse, right? Very, like, check all these boxes, right? Make these shows
a game that's very current year.
Yeah, check all these boxes, whether it's a game or a show, right? They got all this money, so they made these things, hopefully with the expectation of succeeding. But I felt like they just made stuff with money that they were forced to make stuff with, and now they're going, wow, this actually is bad, even though we got a lot of money for it. Now it's ruined our reputation, right? Because when a game like Black Myth Wukong comes out of nowhere, and
dog walks the competition.
Dog walks the competition with with no like
with very little fanfare.
Yeah,
Very little
fanfare,
marketing.
support, and all the gaming journals hate on it for just being good, right?
I still think it's getting most of its sales from China, honestly.
Like they hated on it for being based in China.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly. And they're
I
trying to
saw that. That was
sabotage you.
weird.
It's here's the thing: if you're threatened by something, you're gonna try to sabotage as much as you want, right? And I have no idea why they're threatened by it. Just make a good product. Simple as that. Maybe listen to your fans, not the loud minority, right? And I hate bringing in this whole stupid subculture war on gaming, but like that's exactly what it is. I mean, it is what it is, and there's a lot of drama behind the scenes, and I just want to play my damn game, and a lot of people feel the way I feel.
Yeah,
you know,
That's what I do. I try to not pay attention. I'm gonna get off Twitter after this for a while. I don't know if I'll come back.
Yeah. And to me, it's like I don't pay attention to game journals. First of all, I rather listen to Ace's take on stuff. Right, he's the real deal. He'll give it to me straight, right, even if he doesn't agree with me, right? And that's why I think influencers are taking over game journalists, because the game journalists are liars. You know,
I mean, yeah, like literally, you've got cats like us who are, just vibing on webcams and streaming services, shoestring budgets, winging a prayer type shit, doing better, more comprehensive, and more informative coverage than the people that are getting paid $50K a year.
Right, and also authentic reactions. Literally, we're going, yeah, this is cool, like immediately without having to analyze it. Oh, will I get in trouble for saying it's cool? Like we just immediately like react to it, right?
Yeah.
But some people have to walk on eggshells, and that's not how it should be. Like, and just one of the pitfalls of gaming going full, full popularity,
fully mainstream.
Yeah, full mainstream. It's a weird thing to say, but I kind of wish gaming wasn't as popular as it used to be when I was a kid. But like, because I felt like it was more us. It was more for people that didn't belong in the mainstream, right? And we coped with video games, but games also spoke to us. And now it's like we're getting hijacked by some people that don't even play the game, or don't even care. That's what's frustrating. And then when we say that, we're bigots and racist. I hate that. It's so stupid. Like, I just want to play a good game. I like hot women. I like masculine dudes, right? Like first Berserk Kazan, he looks badass. Like, I don't care,
right?
It's so weird.
Yeah, I mean, Jagos just brings up a very good point. I mean, Neo Geo now, he is, again, he's basically, he's basically, one of us, dude just vibing with a webcam, vibing on YouTube, talking about Neo Geo games. This man, this one-man operation got the chance to go to Gamescom and interview with Yasuyuki Oda.
Oh yeah, that's fire.
And his interview with Oda-san for City of the Wolves, chock full of information. There is no fluff.
Yeah, the good stuff.
He just gives it to you straight, no chaser, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, and it's like game journals will be like, well, where's your diversity in your game? Like, what does that have to do with the gameplay or anything? Like, it makes no sense. You're a game journalist. Journal about the game.
It really makes me wish that, those interviews where, interviewers try to like ask a bunch of, impromptu personal questions, and, and the interviewee just takes off the headset, just gets up and walks. I wish more of that kind of stuff would happen.
Man,
so-called professional game.
I would say the Harada reply to the "Why is Eddie not in the game?" was the best reply from any game producer. Did you ever see that on Twitter?
I missed that.
Oh yeah, I think I think Jagos is quoting it right now on chat. But like his response to it was kind of wild, because the guy was accusing him of being racist about where's Eddie, right? Where's your representation? And the homie just goes, "Have you not seen Leroy in the game?"
Yeah. Okay. No, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you were literally baiting, just looking for a fight for no reason.
Yeah.
Right. It's so crazy. What the heck?
Yeah. Harada's like, look, I just want to make cool shit.
Yeah.
I want to make cool characters.
Bro,
you're looking for someone who's dark-skinned and cool. Leroy Smith.
Jin is my main. I learned to play Leroy as my second main because he looks cool. He's Wing Chun. He's got a fucking dog. He's a cool dog, bro. That make a cool character. I don't care. Just make him look cool. Like, oh my gosh, like, why is it
And
so hard?
that right there, that rule of cool
Yeah.
is exactly how SNK was able to get away with having Rock Howard as a DLC character in 2 King of Fighters games. Because
Yeah.
Rock Howard is cool as fuck.
That's right.
His teammates are cool as fuck.
Cool.
They weren't on the initial roster, but guess what? We have them for DLC. People
Yeah.
snatched that shit up. And now City of the Wolves is coming out.
Cool, sex sells, beauty sells, attractiveness sells. And that's what takes people, that's what attracts people to be like, hey, I want to play as this cool character. That's why you have a lot of male gamers playing female characters, because they think the character's sexy, right?
And that's why you have a lot of female fans who are cosplaying as these characters as well.
So
they're like, she looks awesome. I want to cosplay as her. And more often than not, they actually have, they actually do sit down and they play these games as the characters they're cosplaying.
The problem with this is that, like, you and I love fighting games. You and I know what sells. We know what's good, right? What attracts people to these things. The issue that I'm having with this new wave game journalism is these guys are actively trying to sabotage things that there's no problems in. They're looking for a problem. Like, I just saw an article earlier about Black Myth Wukong that you're the problem if you like this game. Like, it's accusing its gamer base of not liking diversity or being or approving of things that are not diverse. And I'm like,
and that right there,
it's a game based in Chinese myth. What do they want?
They're literally actively looking for a problem.
That right there is the exact reason why a lot of these outlets are shutting down and need to shut down.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
man.
that's why
end up
that's why
being just IBM.
They just shouldn't be. Also, they should just not be surprised when stuff's like, "Oh, I'm getting laid off." Yeah, you know why? If you don't know why, you're not self-aware of what's going on. That's all I'm saying, right? Nobody wants to get laid off, but at the same time, you're doing a bad job. Simple as that.
I mean, look, I may have my issues with some of the people that I wind up getting on the phone with over the course of the day, but if I'm cussing these people out while on the clock, supposedly having to do my job, I am going to be in the unemployment line the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because I think, like, from my understanding, I think game journals are actually, and this is gonna sound bad, but game journals are actually failed journalists, and they just went, oh, I guess I can get a job in games journalism.
No, that doesn't sound bad. That has been something in the back of my mind for a long time.
But they're also
couldn't hack it at Newsweek.
But these guys are also treating the position of games journalists as a joke. Is what I'm getting at, and that sucks because, like, when I was little, I looked up to games journalism because that's all the news I can get. There was no YouTube, Ninja X on GamePro was my dude.
Right? Sushi
X, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, there is no Sushi X now. There's gonna be some guy on YouTube. I'm like, I'd rather talk to this guy and listen to this guy's videos than these established game journalists. That's pathetic. That's pathetic, guys. You guys have the resources, and a lot of YouTubers called it out. They do it because they want the accessibility to
They want the access.
Yeah, it's so dumb. And that's how it's not sincere. They want to get paid, they want the access, so they're gonna lie about it, so they can meet their whatever agenda. And I hate using that word because it's such a buzzword, but it is what it is. Yeah, Maximilian for sure.
I mean, it's crazy because, and it's wild that, discussing Concord. Well, no, I won't say it's wild, but discussing Concord and, what went into making that game, a lot of the decisions that went into it, a lot of the decisions that have gone into the publicity surrounding Concord. It's a symptom of this larger problem that hobbyist media has just gotten so, like, not even mainstream, but just straight up corporatized.
Yeah, 100%. And Blue, here's the thing: your breakdown of Concord had nothing to do with diversity, had nothing to do with the attractiveness of the game, right? It's part of it for sure,
but it was all about what was in the game.
But if
Yeah.
a games journalist would have just done exactly what you just did, I would have had more respect for them if they gave it a proper score because of what you just told us. But
like the only issue I'd say along those lines is a lot of the characters just they're not interesting. There's no appeal to them of any kind, whether it's sex or funny or whatever. There is no appeal here. It's a void.
I agree with you on that, and it's a preference, right? People will have their preferences, but when we play a game, attractiveness is a big part of it. I just said that, like, and I honestly believe in that. But like, if a games journalist was sincere about their job, they would have focused on the game play itself too, to talk about more of the game. Of course, they'll say like, yeah, the characters are unique, right? They're not exactly your typical, characters like in Overwatch, but if you play the game and this is why it's bad because you play the game and it's like all the things you listed, I would be like, this games journalist is actually doing their job. They're not looking for a fight. They're actually looking for reasons that the game is bad, right? And they're not blaming the audience for being racist or bigoted because they don't like it. It's okay to not like something if it's not your preference,
Right.
You know?
And I mean, hell, they bring up, what you call it? Andre actually brought up something in the chat in regards to certain influencers being in it for the access, or wanting to maintain that access.
Oh, they exist. I know them.
The Sphere Hunter and her review for Dragon's Dogma 2. The fact
all
that
those people that got caught getting Disney trips for Ubisoft as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I don't know if you knew about that.
Press releases. I know, that Nick Calandra's whatever incident. It's all behind the scenes. It's all coming out of the woodworks now because social people are getting more. They're diving into these shills because they're tired of like all their lies and BS, right?
Mhm.
And two, nobody likes in gaming. I want to play my shit. I want to play what's fun. Don't say I'm a POS because I just don't like a game you don't like.
Exactly.
Or don't make me feel guilty for liking a specific game that you could care less for. Right? That's another problem that game journalists have.
I want to bring up a game that I love that's a multiplayer game that has very little sex appeal, that is in the same genre family of Concord, and that's Team Fortress 2. I love that game.
I love that game's great,
in
dude.
that
That
game.
game is charm. What are you talking about? That game's great.
It's one of the most charming multiplayer games ever. And here's the other thing. I didn't mention this about Concord. In Concord, when you're playing the matches, none of the characters have lines for doing any action against other specific characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of my favorite lines in TF2 is when Spice backstabs a scout and he says, "I'll do it to your mother."
Yeah, it gives the game personality, right, and character. The thing with a hero shooter, it's composed of characters. If the characters don't talk to each other, they're just avatars at this point.
Okay, let me bring up a more recent one.
Get them.
Like I'm sitting here right now. I got the first Descendant booted up on my PS4.
Oh yeah.
And okay, y'all know about the mascot character Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the other characters in the game, Valby, the water specialist, when she actually assists Bunny on the battlefield, when she helps a bunny back to her feet, she says, "Get up, you wascally wabbit." That shit had me deceased. I was cracking the fuck up the rest of the fight.
And that gives them personality. It gives them like some amount of rapport with each other. And that's what you want. Hell, even Overwatch has that.
Yes, I agree with that. I used to be a big Overwatch player. Overwatch had that, and that made you want to pick characters because your friends picked a certain character.
Yeah.
And that's part of the game. Like the charm of it that makes you make the specific decisions, right?
Yep.
And if your game is about Concord, I looked up why the reason they picked the name Concord was that it's supposed to be like a union for like everybody and to diversity and join together. And I was like, okay, that makes sense why they called it Concord. But the fact that they don't talk to each other or communicate with one another, right, about their characteristics or just their in-game chatter, that non-existent, that's rough.
It's non-existent. Yeah.
So what makes them together? They're all separate and in different ways,
Like if all you're going to be hearing in the game is just, gunfire and whatever atmospheric music is going to be going on, you might as well just put that shit on mute, pull up YouTube, pull up some Thunderstone or some Van Halen, and just rock out to that.
Yeah.
I hope you like hearing the words, thanks for the healing. A lot. Because you can hear that a lot.
No.
Did you see that in Marvel Rivals they have co-op supers?
Yes.
See that?
Excuse me?
Co-op
Yeah,
supers,
that's
my guy.
something that they have 2 and 3-person co-op supers.
There you
Y'all,
go.
that should
So
just be
if you
Marvel
have
Ultimate
2
Alliance
friends,
4.
yeah.
That
So
should
if you
just
got
be
like 2
Ultimate
friends,
Alliance 4.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
man. This is why Concord missed the bus. I'm telling you, like
Missed the bus. It got hit by the bus.
No one's surprised why they're doing bad when other games have already
Like-
done it and done it better, and it was for free. That's what I'm saying. But yet we're all terrible for not liking it. You know what I'm saying?
Yet, if you like Black Myth Wukong, you're the problem. Fuck you.
Return to Monkey. That's all I gotta say.
Return to Monkey.
Return to Monkey. That's all I gotta say. Return to Monkey. Back to your roots.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, another thing really quickly before we go. Just again, another great example of a game that has stuff related to it that gives it more personality. The Warframe Negro Spiritual, aka We All Live Together. Like when they start playing that shit, once you hit Fortuna, it strikes a whole nother chord, and it's like, oh, we went from Space Ninjas to some rough shit. And it pulls you in.
Well, I mean, that's because like people that are making it actually have passion and they know what's going on, right? Like I said, you can tell when somebody was throwing money and then you go make this game, and they're like, and then it's so like bland, it's so dead, right? Like in Tekken, in Tekken 8, I can tell you the best thing about it for me is not the gameplay, is not the graphics. It's when two characters, certain characters meet and they fist bump each other and they interact. I'm like, wow, that's cool because like I'm tired of the neutral like posing. They're actually interacting with each other. That is the coolest shit I've seen in the fighting game. And that started with Capcom versus SNK, and I always want that in every fighting game now. You know.
Yep. Like, look. With Terry coming to Street Fighter 6, give us an intro where Ken throws Terry his cap. We need that.
That's my only beef with SF6 is that they don't interact during their before their match. I know there's the walk-in, right? But the walk-in is the perfect time for that interaction. Like, and I feel like they missed out on that because to me, I think they did everything right so far. But I feel like that's the one thing that they could have like really added and be like, oh man, that's fire. Like they know each other, they talk. Ken and Ryu fist bump in an intro match is like iconic. Like I love seeing that all the time.
And yeah, again, going back to Tekken, Jagos just brought it up. Just King growls and people understand him.
Yeah, exactly.
Just, it's like, oh yeah, we finna have a dope match, King. Let's go. Round 1, fight.
I was playing the other night, and you know how when he wins, he whoops out a microphone and starts growling, right? Yeah. We were like in the abyss of Jin's mind as a stage, and I was like, who's he talking to? You know,
who's he talking to? I don't care.
Yeah,
somebody out there is marking out.
Exactly. He's saying it with his chest. You know what I'm saying? Like
with his whole chest.
Yeah, video games, baby. That's all you have to say, right? That was fun, guys. That's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, we're a little bit past what we planned to be, but that's all right.
Hey, it was worth the get together. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
And considering, again, just looking back at how easy it was to actually get this all set up.
Yeah, this was great.
Yeah, probably do it more often now that it's easy, right?
We are definitely going to be making this more of a thing. So, with that being said, though, we do have to go ahead and let y'all go. We have gone well past the 2 hours, almost hit 3. But, I mean, Gamescom gave us a lot to check out. It gave us a lot to talk about. It gave us a lot to think about. And hopefully it did the same for y'all. That being said, you can go ahead and catch us all at our respective social media and on our respective Twitch channels. GQ Asian Dude, of course. See the Red Riot Bot, usually known as the Blue Riot Bot, either on Twitter or you will normally find him in my streams here. And, you know, for those of y'all that are here, make it a point to come on back to twitch.tv/BlazeNaceNelson. You're more than welcome to come visit the neighborhood anytime in the Double KO Arcade. When we open our doors, we got plenty of spots lined up for you. Until next time, though, y'all remember the 4 big rules of hanging out here with the BroTagonists. Stay happy, stay hydrated, stay gaming, and as always, stay good, neighborhood. It's closing time. Let's shut it down.